win at Trinity Christian.
Thanks, Murphy. And there you have it, Week 6 for high school football in the Volunteer State. You've been listening to Murphy's Matchups, made possible by Farm Bureau Insurance and your local Farm Bureau agent.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony, then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do, but your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more that never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
Parks Auction. We handle everything.
The auction is a means of drawing people together for a quick, easy sale.
I've always been a big fan of auctions. You know, you get instant sale, no contingencies and everything. I've known the guys over there my entire life.
Visit our website at parksauction.com to learn more.
Hi there, into having home now.
Call Parks Auction at 896-4600. Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
30, sold it to you.
This is Primetime Sports, WGNS Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, streaming worldwide on WGNSsports.com, and always at the game. The game.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Since 1947, WGNS has been proud to bring you coverage of Rutherford County high school sports.
Lady Bulldogs are state champions in 2013.
Riverdale wins this one, and they're the state champions, back-to-back championships, and listen to this crowd.
WGNS Primetime Sports is proud to bring you tonight's featured game on State Farm Prep Sports.
In double overtime, in a Rutherford County classic, the Blackman Lady Blaze go back-to-back. We may never see this again. What a game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss! The Single Stars are the state champions in baseball. What an inning. He struck out the side. Can you believe that?
TAB Award-winning veteran broadcasters Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and the Primetime Sports team are standing by to take you to the game.
And the Middle Tennessee Christian School Cougars are state champions here in 2023.
He's got it. And Eagleville has won a state championship in baseball, and they did it really convincingly.
The Oakland Patriots have won back-to-back-to-back state titles. Their 7th state championship.
Now, let's get to tonight's prep game on News Radio WGNS.
And a pleasant good evening from Oakland Patriots at Oakland High School, home of the Patriots, where tonight we'll have the battle between the Rockvale Rockets and the Oakland Pats on WGNS State Farm Prep Football. I'm John Dinkins, along with Rod Edwards and Brian Barrett, here on the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. They've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. Rod Edwards joining me. Brian will be joining us here in a little bit here on the John Day Countdown to Kickoff. Rod, this is a game that, boy, conditions probably couldn't be any – well, yes, they could. It could be pouring down rain. But right now, we've just got to contend with rain and a slight mist right now.
Right, and we were walking to the concession stand. We had a strong wind, but right now it looks kind of calm. So it's one of those it can change in a moment. And will it change at a key moment that could maybe affect the game? And that's a possibility.
Passing game has to be affected tonight, I would think.
Yes, I mean, probably going to be a short passing game.
Yeah, you can hear the wind blowing out right now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's going to be quite a battle here. Rockvale trying to get back in the winning ledger. Oakland, on the other hand, survived a really close game last week, a really great game. And we'll see how it goes there. When we return, it's the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. We're going to talk about all these football games tonight as the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan Franz Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan France Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranceconcrete.com online to see some of their work.
Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom design jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
Every team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, here to help life go right by combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-873-1700. It's a winning move that saves you time and money.
What's your next dream? Paying off your credit card? Remodeling your kitchen? Whatever your dreams, they take some planning. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. Let's work together to come up with a plan to make those savings goals happen. Call me at 615-459-2683.
Hey there, it's Brian. I wanted to share one of the reasons why I love First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. They really show up for their customers. I see it firsthand, and I know you'll see and feel the difference. I know I can count on real, personalized service. When I've got a question, I don't get passed off to a machine. I get a real person who's ready to help. They always show up for me, and I know they will for you too.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee, and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Hello, this is Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. Often when a man or woman finish pre-planning their funerals with me, I hear, "We should have done this 10 years ago." Or, "I thought about doing this years ago, but just never got around to it." Seems that we often put off the inevitable for ourselves. As one wise pastor put it, it's never too late to do what's right. Why not mark down on your calendar to call me to talk about your funeral needs at 615-893-2422. It's never too late.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
It's time now for the countdown to kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. As we continue here with the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup, Rick's Barbecue has quality, fresh, never frozen meats that are smoked the old-fashioned way, using real hickory wood on specially designed pits to give your pork, chicken, and beef the best flavor. Also, be sure to try other favorites like slaw dogs and loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to the plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to feed your hungry family on Warrior Drive off South Church Street. Let's start it off with the Stewart's Creek at Antioch game, which may be one of the better games tonight being played. And they don't have turf at Antioch. That could be a problem for Stewart's Creek. This is a showdown between Region 5, 6A, 2 undefeated teams in the region. And Stewart's Creek has only had a loss to Blackman. And they had a big win over Cane Ridge last week. So Caleb Floyd, of course, has been really good for them, Rod. But Antioch, pretty tough, and they've played that Oakland team pretty tough.
Right. I think that latter part of the game was a pretty tough game. They got kind of turnovers and all killed them at the beginning. That's going to be really could possibly be the factor of who wins their particular district. So it's a very important game for both teams. Both teams got a lot of talent. Both have good offenses, good athletes. So it should be exciting.
Blackman will travel to Siegel, which is not very far, but they're going to travel there. Blackman 2-3 and 0-1 in the district in the region. Siegel 1-4, 0-1 in the region. And Blackman has got to forget about that loss to Oakland and be ready for Siegel, who plays tough. Yes,
in the words of Elsie, let it go.
Yeah.
And basically that's what you have to do as a team or as an individual. And I think they will. I think they got too much on the line. They're looking for improvement. They've struggled the last couple of years, but they're getting better and better. Just think about it, John. They've only allowed two of the best teams in the state, and especially in Middle Tennessee, are Oakland and Ravenwood. And they only allowed 3.5 points in both of those games, on the average. So got a good defense, but then looks like Siegel had a little bit of offense going against Hendersonville last week. They were mixed it up, started to find the running game. They were hurt by injuries. It takes a while sometimes to adjust as new players find new positions to perform, but they're starting to look more positive for the Siegel Stars.
Coffee County's at Riverdale. This is another game. Coffee County 3-2, 1-0 in region. Riverdale 4-1, 1-0. Coffee County's had a strong season, although they're coming off a 42-0 loss to a Pays team that has yet to allow a point this year. I don't think that's anything to blink at. But Riverdale, inconsistent on offense.
Yeah, and this is a game that Riverdale is going to have to go in respecting Coffee County. Usually Coffee County is not one of the teams we look at to compete for the top 3 or 4 spots. But they've seemed to have a very solid team this year, and so they can't take them lightly. They had good success the last 2 weeks. They bounced back from a loss to Beach 3 weeks ago. But they've had a pretty good offense going. Their defense, though, is really carrying them. They've only allowed 10 points a game.
That's a nice security blanket to have when
your
defense can hold them. McGavick's at Smyrna. I would think Smyrna will be favored in this one. They've won 2 of their last 3 games, including a 36-0 victory over Laverne last week. I think they'll do the same, or at least come out with a win against McGavick at home.
Well, Matt Williams is doing his old recipe, which he may start a little struggle early with your record, but then as the season goes along, he gets better and better. Of course, he's smart. He plays tough teams that aren't in his region to prepare him for the region.
Laverne will go to Cane Ridge. Both teams 0-5. They need a win. One of these teams, somebody's going to come out with a win tonight.
Yes, and we're hoping very much for our Coach Woodard that it's Laverne. Hopefully they can get that triple option going and really get a feel and get a flow and to get a good rhythm going with it and come out with a victory tonight.
Cane Ridge has struggled offensively. That should help the Wolverines tonight as well. That's the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup first half. We've got another one to come. As you're listening to Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, we'll be back with more of the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup.
Hi, this is Amanda from Animal City, inviting your family to come do business with my family. Most of us know to buckle up to protect ourselves in the car. Did you know you can offer your pet the same type of protection with a Roughlin kennel? This time of year, we usually look to vacation. If you're traveling with your pet, keep them safe in a Roughlin kennel. Here at Animal City, we are a Roughlin dealer. Come in and see us and get your pets some protection. Animal City, 919 Northwest Broad Street here in Murfreesboro.
Toots. Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants, and I'm here with my dad, Wade. Dad, what's your favorite food at Toots?
Well, you know my favorite thing has not changed. It's our fall-off-the-bone Danish baby back ribs. I love those.
And they're $14.99 on Saturdays and Sundays all weekend long. Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years. Swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations for some good food and fun.
Good food and fun. At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Don't let concerns about today's events derail your long-term financial strategy. Hi, I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, and I'm here to help. We can work together to understand the impact of these events and make sure that your goals are top of mind. While you can't control market volatility, we'll help focus on what you can control. We can connect in several virtual ways, Start by giving me a call at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Leaks, clogs, or new installations, Roscoe Brown Plumbing is here to ensure water flows exactly where it needs to go in your home. Since 1940, our team of expert plumbers has provided Middle Tennessee with prompt, reliable service. From emergency repairs to routine maintenance, we're always here, ensuring your home's plumbing system is in tip-top shape. Trust in Roscoe Brown Plumbing for all your plumbing needs, where your family's comfort is our top priority. RoscoeBrown.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to the Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day, and we continue with the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. Rod, Wayne County is at Eagleville tonight. Eagleville 3-2, Wayne County 2-3. Eagles defense has been really, really good lately, and including a big win over Huntland last week.
Yeah, and they're led by Marshall Spann. He's probably the leading tackler in the area with 58 tackles and 7 for loss. But they've also got their running game going a little bit. We have Caleb Snitzer has over 500 yards rushing, which is nothing to sneeze at, and they're starting to get a little passing game going. So Coach Floyd is getting the things building up offensively to kind of match the defense. Big game, district game. So it's a battle that hopefully they can pull it out tonight.
Wayne County did defeat Moore County 15-14 last week, so that's one to kind of watch too. Those are 3 critical games right in there tonight being played. MTCS is at Friendship Christian, and last year's state championship contenders are both in rebuilding modes this season. And but talking to Christian Peterson last week, he seems to think that in some areas they've got a few stronger points, but they have some areas where they're a little stronger in. So that I think this may be a pretty good ball game.
Yeah, and I tell you, that championship game is one of the most fun games to watch in a long time. Very competitive. So 2 programs kind of get themselves rebuilt, get back where they were last year. It may take another year to get there, but Friendship Christian has always been a power in that division. They've won several state championships. So this should be an exciting game. It's a game for Middle Tennessee Christian to really test where are we going, how are we doing.
I guess the edge would have to go to Friendship Christian being there. So tonight, Kings Academy will be at PCA. Kings Academy 1-4, and PCA 3-2. So what are your thoughts?
Well, I tell you what, PCA is now developing into a offensive juggernaut as well as defense. They were getting by on defense. Had a couple losses. I think Webb beat them pretty bad a week ago, but PCA should handle themselves well against Kings Academy, especially there at Floyd Stadium.
Our final game we're going to talk about tonight will be this one here at Oakland. Rockvale 1-4, 0-1 in 3-6A. Oakland 5-0, 1-0, and they escaped a loss last week with that thriller over Blackman in that comeback. They blocked a 37-yard field goal attempt as time ran out. They also were down 12-0 in the second half, but Dwan Morris made his return in the fourth quarter after being out with an ankle injury since week 1. If they get him back, that's just another weapon to add to the fire.
Yes, and that is a very experienced weapon. I mean, you talk about a commitment to University of Southern California, and from here in Middle Tennessee, I mean, it shows you what kind of weapon he is.
Rockvale, on the other hand, they've struggled offensively, Rod. They haven't, I don't think, found their identity at all.
No, and it seems like they keep hurting themselves. Either penalties or something happen or a fumble. They have a good drive going. You know, they kind of remind me of the Tennessee Titans, where they always seems like there's something bad that happens that kind of frustrates them. Hopefully tonight they will start getting the rhythm and really get a feel of what they can do. They have some talent. They got Georgia commitment and Morgan, and they have others that are pretty good talents. The quarterback's only a junior, and he has over 700 yards. He's one of the leaders in passing this year in our area.
Well, that's your Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. When we come back, we'll check the forecast and get you ready for tonight's game as the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer.
And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, talking with Anne Marie Brents.
When people walk in and they're like, tell me what's good, I usually tell them the loaded baked potato, which is a fully loaded potato with the butter, sour cream, cheese, bacon, and chives, and then we put meat on top of it.
At Rick's, they use the largest potatoes you can find.
Every Tuesday, we run a special on the loaded potatoes. We call it Tater Tuesday, and we sell a lot of potatoes.
Barbecue, smoked chicken, ribs, they've got it all at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive, and online at ricksbbq.com.
It's football time in Tennessee. Of course, that means tailgating and travel. Don't fumble due to a poorly maintained vehicle. At Dr. Automotive, we're here to help you score, whether it be a length of the field drive or a quick pick six. We'll help you tackle brake repair, heating issues, battery needs, and maintenance as you march downfield. We're on your team and here to make sure that you're ready for the big game. At Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Go deep!
Since 1966, Vans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Vans will do it all. Sell you your choice of products and then install it with their factory-trained, experienced, professional staff. In the unlikely event you need service, Vans will be there with trained technicians. Vans Heating and Air is located on Jayhawk Court. Call 615-893-7930. Vans Heating and Air.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wommel. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
I'm Good Neighbor State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about the significant rate decrease we're experiencing now. Let me compare coverage and possibly save you hundreds on your home and auto. Call me at 615-895-2700.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
I'm State Farm agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We're back with the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Let's check on the Fans Heating and Air football forecast from the Rutherford Weather Center.
Thanks, John. A rainy and windy night in store. We're not seeing a great deal of thunderstorm activity, but moderate to heavy rainfall. Winds will be quite strong out of the south, occasionally gusting as high as 45 miles an hour. Temperatures hovering in the mid to upper 60s throughout the evening. That's your forecast, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, your heating and air expert since 1966, delivering the finest HVAC products and services at affordable prices. From the Rutherford Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ray Miller.
It's 66 degrees currently.
Time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance agent Rick Hall in Smyrna. For auto, home, business, and life insurance, let Rick Hall help you get the coverage you deserve with personalized service that puts you first.
Ron, I'd be remiss if I say the weather isn't going to have a factor. Right now it looks fairly decent, but as the night progresses and you look at that radar that Brian keeps showing up here, it's not looking that good.
No, it's one of those that you're going to get a downpour 1 minute, really blowing, then it may lighten up for a little bit. And it can come at different times. Now, talking about for the keys for the game, weather is going to be a factor. So you've got to be able to handle it, and you can't let the weather bother how you perform.
And the turf, we've got a turf field here, so that's not as big a factor as you might think. But handoffs and the passing game. It's got to favor Oakland because they've got 3 or 4 running backs, and Rockvale depends on the passing game just a little bit more, right?
Yes, they do. And so what they may have to do is shorten up the passing game, go for the quick passes and all, which is also a a boost for the running game because it's quite similar to the running game, and it's something we may have to look at because long passes are going to be very difficult, and it's going to really affect the kicking game.
You know, Rod, when you sit there and you look at these two teams, one struggling, one just doing what they normally do, you would say, well, there's not much chance here for Rockvale, but turnovers and the weather probably helps Rockvale in that way only.
Yeah. In fact, both teams have struggled last week. Both of them had a lot of turnovers. I mean, not turnovers. They had penalties that just held up drives and all. Hurt both of them. They both want to make a clean game of it, and that's a big factor for Rockvale Rockets. And defensively, they're going to really have to read their keys because Oakland's going to come at you mostly running, but it's going to come at you different ways.
Well, that's all for the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Brian will be back, and he'll have the kickoff and the play-by-play story, plus the players to watch as we continue here on News Radio WGNS.
Whether you're a student, alumni, or just a fan, Raider Tees has exactly what you need to help you cheer on the Blue Raiders on game days and every moment in between. We sell officially licensed Blue Raider gear, whether it's clothing, hats, flags, chairs, or just whatever. We have it all, including exclusive gear you won't find anywhere else. Like us on Facebook for updates on new Blue Raider gear and special prices or discounts. For all your Blue Raider gear, shop Raider Tees today. Bigger, better, and go Blue!
Hey, it's Brian. I want to tell you about my bank, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. You know, in a world that's changing, replacing local with global, personal contact with a screen, and human expertise with AI, I'm happy that First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is here in Murfreesboro with real experts that will show up to get the job done. 2 locations on Gateway and Memorial Boulevards.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Mills Family Pharmacy has served Murfreesboro and surrounding communities for nearly 2 decades. From a simple prescription refill, an over-the-counter remedy, to a compounded prescription, Mills Family Pharmacy can help.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. Come on down and see us. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We'd love to have you.
At Mills, we also offer a medication delivery service. Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
Renters, when you combine State Farm Auto and Renters Insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and renters insurance to help you save. Call me at 615-900-0877.
In Rutherford County, you know how much it means to have neighbors that you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-873-1700. Let me save you money and time.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Experts in joint, bones, and muscles. And with over 65 specialists, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. TOA. Live your best life.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
I want expert advice on going 100% solar.
I want to go green without breaking the bank.
I want to meet my sustainability goals.
I want solar to be simple.
Done, 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 done.
I want to save the planet.
Little hero, let's start with one of MTE's solar programs first. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at mte.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, Bowen's Body Shop, and Franklin's Print Works. And here with a play-by-play story and the players to watch, Brian Barrett.
All right, well, we've got a nice wet night for high school football tonight.
Time now for your players to watch, brought to you by J.H.J. Company, Josh Houston and Associates, Fans Heating and Air, and Winners Trophies.
Oakland will be kicking off, so we had a little problem with the national anthem. Kyler Creasy will be at quarterback tonight. We expect to see Tutt and maybe Morris and Bass in the backfield. Also at receiver, Fernandez, Frierson, your kickers, Creasy and Norfolk, your punters. For the Rockvale Rockets, expect Javion Elliott at quarterback. Romeo George has almost 300 yards on the season so far rushing. Jalen Morgan and Landon Jennings, along with Riley Talley, the lead receivers. It's going to definitely be a run night tonight, so that's going to make it pretty interesting. That is a quick look at players to watch. For Oakland defensively, Caleb Ellison, Cullen Williams, Ethan Burrell, Kyrie Gaynor, who had the second blocked kick of the season last week to win the game at Blackman, Craig Tutt, Dre Oldham. The ball blew off of the tee, so that helps me. Evangelos Brooks, Jalen Morgan. This is Rockvale defensively. Donnie Geeting, Cavante Porter, Riley Talley, Steven Nelson, Josh Decker. A few of the names for the leading defenders, and those are players to watch, brought to you by our friends and Fans Heating and Air, JHA Company, as well as Winners Trophies. So they're going to have to hold the ball on the tee here as the Patriots, Hernandez, I think, to kick off. One wears 94 and one 95. I think that's 95, which would be Jose Fernandez, averaging 49.6 yards on kickoffs. It is Fernandez, and this one is going to take one bounce and will be a touchback into the back of the end zone. Our J. Mullins Jewelry kickoff time here on WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna is 7:02. J. Mullins Jewelry, West Northfield Boulevard, expert jewelry repair, custom jewelry design and manufacturing, and a wide selection of those indestructible reactor watches at J. Mullins Jewelry, West Northfield Boulevard, here in Murfreesboro.
Wind has picked up considerably since about the last 10 minutes, Brian, and Oakland deferred, and Rockville's going to be facing some wind here.
Yes, the wind coming out of the south and blowing rather briskly. 15 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds. Some of the gusts could be 30 to even 40 miles an hour. Hard count here. And it's going to be a screen pass over the middle and incomplete, intended for Dallas Paldo. He would have had to have been about 8 foot tall to catch that one. A little too high and incomplete.
But there again, I think the wind, you're really going to have to battle it to try to get it up the field in the air. Going short, like Rod mentioned earlier in the pregame show. Try to go short routes and just make what you can.
But throwing into the wind, John,
timing, it sets the timing off sometimes.
And a pass you want to go 5 yards, sometimes you have to give it the strength of a pass you want to go 10 yards if you're throwing into the wind. 2 wide, make that 3 wide right, and Rockvale is going to be drawn offside here. So that will back them up 5 yards. So 2nd and 15. Lots of games, of course, going on tonight here around Rutherford County.
I'd like to tip my cap to those people that are out here in the elements tonight.
There's a few, right?
Yep, just a few.
2nd and 10. Ball dropped and then just downed back there, I guess. Or a whistle. There must be a whistle. I'm having a little trouble hearing that. It's going to be another flag, yes, and I think a procedure penalty this time. And so the Rockets are, well, they needed 10 yards, but they didn't need this kind of 10 yards. It's 10 yards in penalties.
You cannot put yourself in this kind of situation with the wind conditions like it is. You're asking for trouble.
You can probably hear the rain on our field mic, the pitter-patter of the rain. It's a blowing rain. It is not heavy at this point. We do expect some heavier rain as we go through the evening, and the wind to continue to pick up. It'll be 2nd down and 15 now. It's 2nd and 20, I should say. In trouble is Elliott. Rolls out left side. The pass going to be dropped, intended for Jennings over there on the left side, but it falls incomplete. And, John, that was a catchable throw.
Yeah, it was, and I think he's kicking himself now for not making that. And he had a little bit of room to run after he made the catch. Not much, but a little.
Rain coming down harder. Paldo coming back in. I believe that was Rylan Hodges who's going out for the Rockets. So 3rd down and 20 now, just underway. Play clock is down to 8. They've got to hurry. It's at 4 now. 3, 2, 1, and they're going to have to take a delay of game. Well, John, these are not weather mistakes that are being made here. These are just not good things happening at this point.
Well, I think the call came in from the sidelines, and I don't think they ever really got the communication down there.
So it is 3rd and 25, and the ball back at the 5-yard line. Now they've got to be careful. It's a run play, coming near side, going to get it to the 11-yard line, and that is going to be it. George was the ball carrier that time, so it'll be 4th down and plus 20. And now, John, those penalties back them up so far. They're kicking into the wind. Oakland's going to get really good field position
here.
You
can see where they're lined up at the 40-yard line.
Going to have to get off a good one. Oakland brings a lot of pressure this time. High kick, gets caught up in the air, and now takes about a 15-yard bounce to the 11-yard line.
You saw the effect of that wind, though. He got it up in the air.
Pushed it, didn't it?
You almost have to line drive it to try to fight that. And then a terrible bounce for Rockvale. And now you're looking at 1st and 15? Or 1st and 10 from the 15?
Yeah, they're going to put it at the 10. No, it's at the 16. This clock was wrong. But, John, when it bounced into the air, it hit on the turf so hard, the wind carried it.
Yeah.
After the bounce.
Okay, they've run, 4 plays, and nothing's gone right up to this point.
Well, now it's Oakland's football here at the 16, already in the John Day Legal red zone. Quick pass out to Matthew Moore near side. Moore going to be pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. After picking up a few yards there, make that 6. I heard a different name than the number that I saw there, so I'll have to watch that.
I think maybe Morris.
Well, I thought it was 18, but maybe not. Morris is on the left hip of Creasy. 2nd down, 5. It's going to be Morris dancing in and out of traffic, driving all the way down to the 2-yard line. Morris picking up 9 that time, and it's 1st and goal for the Oakland Patriots. 2 plays, and they're knocking on the door here. 1st and goal from the 3 after the First Bank first down. Oakland rolls him out. Chase Bandy, the receiver, to the right. 2 in the backfield, 1 to either side. The give is to Morris. He bounces it outside, now turns it up. Does he get in and cross the plane? Yes, he does. It is a 3-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Morris, and that is Morris's first touchdown of the year, his first game starting since the first game of the season.
Went off that right side, then turned it upfield just a little bit. Easy score.
That's a Toots touchdown for the Oakland Patriots, and they took advantage of the short field there and got in for the Toots TD. Toots, good food and fun, open late, even after the game tonight. Kick up by Malik Frierson, and it is good. He is now 16 of 18 on PATs on the year, and your score, Oakland 7 and Rockvale nothing. 9:28 to play. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports. This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
It's not just your home or car. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. We see your home and car as the time and memories that you put into it. Give me a call at 615-459-2683 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
Your home, your auto. Together, they're where life happens. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack. It's smart to protect them together, to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your home and auto.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, and the law offices of John Day.
Here's the kickoff by Oakland. It's going to be returnable. And with the football is Cavante Porter. Porter taking it left side before being banged out of bounds short of the 30. Porter has had a pretty good season for the Rockvale Rockets. In the backfield, he's rushed 6 times for 62 yards. Do have an update on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. First offensive play for Riverdale after a 3-and-out for the defense, and a poor punt sets up a 23-yard touchdown run by Caden Bailey for Riverdale. They go for 2, and the conversion good, 8-0. Maybe they're kicking into the wind and just went for 2.
Well, and I think that offense is starting to really come around a little bit for Riverdale.
First update tonight on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Here 7-0, 9:19 to play. First quarter. Trying to go off left tackle. And that's going to be a carry to the 31-yard line for just a couple. That was George again on the carry. Barber making the tackle for the Oakland Patriots. Second down now at 9. So Rockvale has 1 yard in offense. They've had a penalty-laden first series. Pass across the middle, caught, coming back in on a little nice route there by James Stevenson.
A little slant across the middle, and a really nice catch, but really nice pass in that win. That was a really good play.
That's a First Bank first down. Stevenson coming into the game. 6 catches for 73 yards, averaging 12 yards per carry or per catch, and that, of course, helps that average. Got the ball up to their own 45-yard line, and it's a First Bank first down. 2 wide to either side. Now in motion is Morgan from right to left. They're moving left to right as we see it. Pass to Morgan. Far sideline, turns it up, gets a few yards there, nearing the midfield stripe, actually gets there, picks up 5. That noise you hear is the wind. We've protected our field mic as much as possible In fact, it is in a freezer bag, so it will be fresh. Just like your broccoli. Second down, 6 to go. Just shy of the 50, ball at the 49. Snap, back to pass, Elliott, and a nice grab. Going down to the turf, making that grab was Jalen Morgan. And that's a 17-yard pass and catch. Elliott to Morgan, who's the leading receiver for the Rockets. Morgan, the 6-foot, 180-pound wideout senior. 14 catches, 267 yards coming into this game and 3 TDs. First bank, first down, 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Rockets. Driving is Romeo George to the 32-yard line and a pickup of 6. John, this is night and day difference from the first series to this one.
Yeah, that's you have to take away. What does Rod say? Let it go. You got to let that first series let it go, because now you've got to move football.
Second down and 4. Elliott from the shotgun. Passes left. It's going to be caught over there by Cavante Porter, but he is going to be stopped shy of the stick. Picks up just a yard. That looked like it could be for more yardage over there, John, but just ran out of sideline, and Oakland converging very well defensively.
He would have probably been better off catching the ball and just go straight forward, just straight vertically, but he kind of tried to make a little move, and I think it cost him a yard or 2.
That was Barber on the initial hit. 3rd down and 2. 2 wideouts to either side. Lined up one behind the other here near side, and a hit against Jennings, and he loses the football. Jennings had that, John, and then the hit leveled by, I think, Caleb Ellison, number 8.
Yeah, he was popped pretty good, and you got to make those catches. I mean, in this kind of conditions, you've got to make those catches. You got to help your quarterback out, but the hit is what caused the drop.
Ellison leads the team in tackles with 39. 2 defensive breakups and a quarterback hurry for him. They're going for it on 4th and 2. Going to the run game. Can George turn it upfield and get there? This is going to be mighty, mighty close. He got the ball just shy of the 28. And I think he's going to be short from there. They may have to measure. I think they are.
Yeah, I would think this deserves a measurement.
Williams, the defender for Oakland.
Where the football is, he may have gotten it by a hair.
Well, where the sideline judge came running out there, it was shy of the 28, but that's where they put the nose of the football ahead of that, if you will. So the nose of the football is right there at the 28-yard line. So they're bringing the chain across here.
Yeah, hold on to those sticks, fellas.
So the game at Smyrna has been delayed. Apparently, McGavick just showed up at 7:16.
I didn't know you could do that. He's short, I believe.
He is short. It is going to be Oakland football, so the Oakland defense holds.
Well, the bad thing, they didn't get the first down, but the good thing is they did move the football much better, and that's got to give Rockvale a little confidence here.
I don't know if it was a traffic thing or what, but
I would imagine it probably was.
I wouldn't think they would have forgotten.
So they'll have to warm up and.
Right. So
probably
I mean, they're
8 o'clock probably.
Yeah. They may speed that up. Oakland takes over here at their own 29-yard line. Back to pass. Creasy has plenty of time. Now rolls out right side. He is going to throw it at the last second, and it is going to be incomplete. Intended downfield for Chase Bandy. Well covered by the Rockets, but he had plenty of time.
Yeah, he had a lot of time to throw that football, and then he rolled out and still looking to try to pass, but didn't happen. Braves leading the Royals 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Bill Hockenberry keeping me updated on that.
What do they have to do, John? Do they have to win them all against? Do they have to win out?
Well, to be sure, they need to win it. They need to win them all. I mean, that would they control their own fate that way.
Well, that's 5 games in 4 days.
But they have to have some help. It would be nice.
Creasy, across the middle, caught by Morris. Morris 50, a little shake and bake 40, another little shake and bake 30, 20, 10, 5. He has got a caravan to the end zone. Touchdown! Morris goes 71 yards. That is his first receiving touchdown of the season.
Well, I know Coach Creasy's glad to have him back. He can do it all. I mean, he can catch the ball. Great receiver, really. And he ran a beautiful route in the middle. Nice throw by Creasy. And then Morris, when you got him out in the open field, it's pretty much gold.
Oakland goes up 13-0 after the Toots touchdown, and now the kick is up, and the kick is good. Kick is good. So the Oakland Patriots, after the Hernandez kick, take a 14-0 lead here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee.
At First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, we show up and have been for 150 years. Let us show you how we do it. I'm John Dietrich, Senior Vice President, Commercial Lender at the Murfreesboro Gateway office. Let me have the honor of helping you and your family achieve its financial dreams. I am a lifelong resident of this community dedicated to making it better.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Dana Womack, located at 805 South Church Street between Farm Credit and the Post Office. That's State Farm Agent Dana Womack, 615-900-0877.
The kickoff by Hernandez, and it's going to be touched by Rockvale as it goes over Talley's head, but goes into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback for Rockvale.
That kick's going to be in the end zone this entire quarter. I mean, it's
wind aided.
Yeah, it's not going to.
That's going to help Hernandez rather. Going to help his kickoff stats for sure, I think.
He may want somebody holding it every time.
Well, if he has to kick off going the other way, that could maybe even it out.
We'll see.
14-0 our score here. Oakland up with 5:26 to play in the first. Rockvale will have it at the 20-yard line. And, John, they got into Oakland territory, just couldn't get that first down to continue the drive. Went for it on fourth. 1st and 10. And George rumbles back to the line of scrimmage. You know, I've had some interesting conversations about, quarterbacks in the shotgun. And with George back there, George ran 3 or 4 yards, but he didn't get any because he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Kind of start in the hole there a little bit. George lined up behind the junior quarterback, Elliott. Hard count for Elliott, 3 wide left. He looks that way, rolls out that way now, and he's going to keep it and run. He's going to try to turn it upfield, but can't do it. Going to give him a few yards. We'll see where they spot it as the rain begins to fall. If you look up into the lights, you'll see the rain falling, and it's wind-driven with that south wind. Pretty stiff. That was only a gain of about a yard. So a 3rd and 9 situation going to be tough here for the Rockets. 3 wide and right now as the ball's on the left hash. Looks this way, slings it. And is there going to be a flag? Yes. It's going to be pass interference as Cavante Porter was going one-on-one out there.
He turned his back to the ball, and when you do that, you're at the mercy of the receiver. You don't know what's happening. So the only hope you have is to try to contain him, and he touched him. He grabbed him.
So we'll see where the ball goes after that penalty. They are drying the balls.
It's a pretty impressive throw, though.
It was into the wind for sure. They're drying the balls out here, and going to place the ball at the 35-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10.
I'm not too
for
sure.
Rockvale.
I'm not too sure that the passing is not as affected as much as the kicking, the punting, and the kicks.
Yeah. Fake the handoff to George, going across the middle and overthrown to the tight end, Landon Jennings. Jennings was all alone out there in the middle. I think it also depends on how stiff that wind is when you're throwing the football, because the wind is gusting.
Yeah, you don't know.
And it was almost like that one was maybe hampered. 2nd down and 10 at their own 35, moving left to right. 4:19 to play in the first. Oakland up 14-0. Jennings going to line up to the left. He's going to be one of 2 receivers over there. A halfback going to be blocking for George, but they're going to run it here near side. And it is Elliott who is pummeled at the 36 for a 1-yard pickup there. That's Williams with the tackle. Cullen Williams, by the way, 30 tackles on the season, 2 defensive breakups, 1 quarterback hurry on the season, and a sack or tackle and a half for a loss. Well, the wind has really started to pick up here quite a bit, just judging by our field mic there. 3rd down and 9.
I thought Rob was popping popcorn. I didn't know that was the rain.
That's kind of what it sounds like, doesn't it? We're going to have a timeout on the field with 3:34 to play in the first. Oakland up 14-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up, the professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air service all major brands and even offer same-day service in most cases. Keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Ring Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass. Online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We would like to welcome you to our door.
I'm Ian Young. I'm at Las Casas Feed Supply. I'm selling beef and pork, 100% Angus, raised here in Las Casas. Come get you some.
Everyone's favorite cuts available, even options to purchase a quarter of a steer.
We got the beef. Hello, everybody. Las Casas Feed Supply.
Family owned and operated, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Back here for a 3rd and 9 for the Rockets. Elliott steps back. Pass is tipped and incomplete off of the fingertips of Jalen Morgan.
That was a nice pass. I mean, it was right in his hands. Made the turn. He saw him open. Just couldn't hang on.
I wonder if it kind of froze him there for a second, because that ball was tipped barely at the line of scrimmage. Not sure, but it was certainly catchable.
Yeah, it didn't affect his ability to catch it.
Right. Well, that will force a punt here. And they block it. Oakland's blocked a punt here, and it's going to be down at the 11-yard line. And I think might have been Bass. Did you see the number, John, of who blocked that punt? Was it 13 or?
I thought it was Cullen Williams, but
maybe it was. Nevertheless, Oakland is going to take over for the 2nd time, John, inside the 20.
Yeah, Rockvale's making it too easy for him, really. Rockets have to man up here and see if they can hold them at least to a field goal.
The give is to Morris. Morris waits on a hole to open up. Morris bounces it outside and runs it in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. This one, an 11-yard rumble. Touchdown, Pats.
Is he not great at that?
Man, alive, is he not?
He just never ceases to amaze me. 11-yard run. He waits for the blockers. He waits for the hole, and he's so quick he can make that hole.
I'm sure Rockvale was glad to see him back in the starting lineup, right? He had some hard-earned yards last week for sure. That's another Toots touchdown for the Oakland Patriots. And the extra point try up by Hernandez. And good. So, with 3:14 to play in the first quarter, it's the Patriots up 21-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes, and I'm sitting here with my son Nick and my grandson Jack. Jack, we know what you like, chicken fingers and curly fries. But Nick, what's your favorite thing at Toots?
Hot wings.
Lads come from the Wing King.
Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years. So swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. Toots, good food and fun since 1985. Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
This is Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. Did you know that you can plan your funeral in advance without actually paying for your funeral in advance? In other words, if it's not a convenient time to pay for your funeral, you can still choose your funeral items and we'll file them away for later. Let's consider that together. You make the decisions for yourself, and when that financial window opens up, it becomes an easier decision. Call me at 615-893-2422 and let's plan together.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And the kickoff by the Oakland Patriots going to be returned from the 5-yard line, and that's Riley Talley who has the football. And Talley going to get to about the 21.5-yard line before being taken down.
Our game tonight brought to you by Sir Pisa, J. Mullins Jewelry, Winners Trophies, Donut Country, and Parks Auction.
Blackman is leading 7-0 after the end of the first quarter there against the Siegel Stars. So they are in the second quarter. Blackman up 7-0 against Siegel. 1st and 10. Ball at their own 23-yard line. Rockvale moving left to right here for another 3:05. Rain coming down harder as the ball is given to George. George going to be driven back after getting to the 23-24-yard line.
Blackman, 2 of their losses, Brian, by 8 points.
They're going to the second quarter at Riverdale as well. Riverdale up 8-0. And Creek is up 7-0. All of these on your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. That against Antioch. That's a nice start for Stewart's Creek. And they did the coin flip about 5 minutes ago in the Smyrna game. The give, George, nothing. Nowhere to go. Going to lose 3 yards on that one. And Caleb Ellison with another tackle for loss. He's a beast.
Caleb?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Makes it 3rd down and 14 maybe, 13-14. Dropping under 2 minutes to play here in the first. It's kind of close friends and family here tonight, although the Oakland crowd pretty decent and the student section pretty deep. For the conditions anyway. 3rd and long, there is a flag on the play. Elliott rolling out left side, gonna pass and tipped in the air, incomplete. And it was tipped by Oakland's Gus Ramsey.
Gonna have holding here, I think, on Rockvale. Oh, a little illegal shift.
Yeah.
55, I believe.
That is probably, let's see what happens with this penalty. It's going to bring up 4th down here, I think. The flag was thrown at the moment, so it's going to be declined. So that penalty being declined will make it 4th down. And once again, a tough task here for Riley Talley. Snap is going to go over the head
of Talley. He's going to have to fall on it in the end zone, and it is a safety.
This is the year of the safety, evidently.
So give the Patriots a deuce, and it's 23-0. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
We're going to be an educational institution that teach Bible every day. Every subject we teach, we're going to teach through a biblical perspective. In every aspect of our school, we're going to do it through a Christian perspective.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
That also means that everything we do, we have to be excellent. We feel like Christ calls us to excellence. And so that means we have to be excellent academically. That means we have to be excellent athletically, because that's what God calls us to. It's a great place to be.
Invest in your child's future in an environment that fosters Christ-centered values. To find out more, visit mtcscougars.org.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
You can check out wgnssports.com for the latest prep and MTSU sports news, scores, schedules, podcasts, and more. That's wgnssports.com. And don't forget, our State Farm Prep Sports game tonight, brought to you by Toots Good Food and Fun, Bud's Tire, and Wilson Bank and Trust.
Well, I am 100% certain that Rockvale will be glad when this quarter is over, and maybe they can get the wind at their back, because it has definitely hurt them in a number of ways. They're going to be kicking off here now.
The thing that Oakland has in its favor, they've been able to run the football.
Right.
And that's going to be we'll see how it shifts the momentum if it does.
Rockvale will be kicking off from the 20-yard line to Oakland. That's after Rockvale was attempting to punt, and the snap went through the fingertips and into the end zone. Got off a pretty good kick this time. It's going to take a bounce. Oakland's going to pick it up at the 35, to the 40, to the 50 now, at the 45, to the 40. A caravan down to about the 37-yard line for Oakland. And Kamani Bass, the sophomore, with some big return yards there.
Nice return, and that's a case of everybody kind of froze as they were trying to pick up the football. Then he found a little lane, a little crease, and was able to pick up a big gain there.
I think we've got a timeout here on the field, maybe. And we'll take one too. 1:16 to play in the first. Oakland up 23-0.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank and Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank and Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Life's too short to stress about insurance. That's why Ray Call at Rayburn Insurance is here to make sure you have the right coverage without all the hassle. He'll work hard to provide you with personalized service and finding the best solutions for you and your family. Whether you're looking for auto, home, or business insurance, Rick Hall's got you covered. Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. Let him handle the details so you can focus on what really matters.
Pass from Creasy right side to Valen Henderson, and he's going to pick up just a yard there, pushed back by a score of Rockets. Thomas leading the way. That was Henderson's third catch of the season for the sophomore. Oakland getting some youngsters in. You can probably hear the wind continuing to kick up. Here's Morris. Morris 35, 30, bounces outside, 25, and finally brought down at the 21.5-yard line. And another run for Morris, that one for 14 yards. He only had 18 yards coming into this game, John.
He reversed field. Yeah. I mean, he's an unbelievable runner, and we've seen him enough, but he didn't see anything there on the right side, so he went to the left and picked up that first down.
He only had 6 carries last week and was injured on the first play of the game in week 1. They faked the pitch to him, but they pitch it to 25 Will Millsap. And he gets to the 20. Make it the 19-yard line, and they're in the John Day Legal red zone. Seriously injured? Call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation, johndaylegal.com. That's the end of the first quarter. Oakland up 23-0. We go to the second quarter when we return on State Farm Prep Sports.
Upgrade your home's comfort with Roscoe Brown & Carrier smart thermostats. Yep, they're smarter than me. Our cutting-edge technology learns your habits, adjusting your home's temperature for ultimate comfort, all while saving on energy costs. Experience the convenience of controlling your HVAC system. Just click of a button on your phone from anywhere at any time. Turn to the experts at Roscoe Brown & Carrier, where modern comfort meets innovation. Your family's comfort is our family's legacy. We're Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part by Good Neighbors. State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, located in Smyrna at 199 Enon Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. That's State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, 615-459-2683.
Second quarter of play. Teams have reversed sides of the field. Oakland now going into the wind, if you will, to start this second quarter. They have the ball at the 19-yard line. Line up with 2 wide right. Now Morris is in motion. Another little flip pass right up the middle, and it's Craig Tutt. Tutt 10, 5. Tutt, does he get into the end zone? He does! Touchdown, Tutt!
22-yard run on a little pitch, and I don't know how Creasy got the pitch in there, the little pitch in the inside, but he did. Oakland scores again.
Ran Morris out there, John, as a decoy. And I think Rockvale thought that was for sure a pass play. Nice footwork there by Tutt. And yet another Toots touchdown for the Oakland Patriots. Don't forget, Toots Good Food and Fun, open late even after the game tonight. And that is Frierson on the kick, which is up and good. And the Patriots have opened up a 30-0 lead on State Farm Prep Sports.
Dr. Russell McKissick of Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance talks about the grassroots effort in our local schools to ensure proper care for players.
To make sure our teams are covered here locally, be there for our trainers. Yeah, it's a passion that we have to try to take care of our athletes here in town and be there just to keep everybody playing as healthy and as best they can.
From a community standpoint, one of the most important things you do at TOA, I'd guess.
I think it's definitely a way to pay back to our community, just to be there for them and watch some great sports too.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, TOA, live your best life.
For nearly 2 decades, Mills Family Pharmacy has cared for residents in our community as if they were part of our own family, and that's the kind of service you want when it comes to your pharmacist. If you haven't checked out our gift shop at Mills, stop by today.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We'd love to have you.
Mills also has a medication compounding service for you and even your beloved pets. Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back. Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update coming up after the kickoff. This one into the wind. It is going to be taken by Rockvale at the 16, 20, 30, 40, and caught from behind on a nice return by the Rockvale Rockets. They will have the ball at the 45-yard line.
He was one man away from scoring.
Gaynor made that stop. By the way, Caleb Floyd, a 3-yard touchdown with 5:12 to play in the first half. Stewart's Creek up 14-0 over Antioch in a battle of region unbeatens. Really, You add Smyrna into that mix, those are the three that a lot of people think could be it. And the snap is bad. And immediately falling down on it is Elliott.
Boy, Krager hadn't done that very often. He's pretty solid.
Must have been a slip.
Yeah.
And the ball is very wet. You can hear this wind whipping for sure. The little canopies on the sideline rippling. Even the pants on the officials whipping in the wind here. 2nd and 12. Going to be a handoff to George to the 45. So George gets a couple, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Allen on the tackle. Remember, the 1st and 10 was a loss of a couple. Rockvale with the wind at their back, trying to make something happen here. If nothing else, not getting a 1st down, maybe they can flip the field a little bit, because they've given Oakland the football twice inside the 20 and I'm pretty sure inside the 15. 3rd and 10, back to pass Elliott. Looks, has a little time, now steps up in the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. 50, cuts back outside, 45 for the 1st down, and in Oakland territory. Nice running there by Javion Elliott. Gets to the 41-yard line and takes it 14 yards for a first down, Rockets.
Well, you don't really want your quarterback doing that, but with Rockvale, the way they've struggled, they need a little more of that, of Javon Elliott running the football.
1st and 10. Ball at the 41. Elliott now throwing on the run, intercepted by the Patriots. 35-40, coming back to the near side, turning, spinning. It's Bandy with the pick. Chase Bandy. And Chase Bandy now has 4 interceptions on the season. And
that's a lot. I mean, that's really a lot.
Gaynor has 3 of his own, that being 4 now. And it's 1st and 10 for the Oakland Patriots.
Well, I think, and Rod probably would agree with me, when you're down, when the team is up by 30, you start gambling. You can afford to gamble a little bit. And that time he just picked the pocket there, just knew what was coming.
Oakland leads 30-0 here with 9:32 to play in the 2nd quarter, first half, if you will. Smyrna has scored on McGavick, so they strike first in that one. That game behind ours here now. They didn't start until about 7:30. And here's Morris on the run. 40, 45, cuts back inside, still refuses to go down, and finally taken down at the 48. That's 8 yards. John, how many cuts in there? 3?
At least 3, yes.
Gibbons making the tackle for Rockvale. William Mabry on the tackle.
When you can get that kind of yardage on 1st down, running the football, man, things are really...
Well, I don't know if you want to get stung by that wasp or not, but...
Oh, it's too cold. I thought you were hitting me.
Die! Die! There's a play going on.
Okay,
at the 50.
I think he's dead.
Do you? Well, he was still wiggling a little bit. Oakland's got it now. 3rd down and 2.
What a play-by-play guy. He can kill wasp and do play-by-play. It's amazing.
Well, I knew this piece of paper would come in good.
Rod, we don't even know who made that tackle. We were fighting a wasp.
3rd down and about a yard. Saved John's life, and he hit me.
I thought you were hitting me.
I'm a yard. Ball right at the 50. Morris waits on some traffic, and they're going to catch him behind the line of scrimmage. Great job there by the Rockets. Going to drop him for a loss there and bring up 4th down.
That time he delayed in running the football. I think maybe just go straight up the middle, up the gut, and see what you can get.
Brooks on the takedown. First man on the spot there. 4th down and 3 for Oakland. Don't know if Oakland's going to go for it here or what. Kind of showing that they would. Boy, that Smyrna game is already at the end of the first quarter. They had no stoppages in that first quarter. They are going to go for it here, and Morris tries to weave in and out, can try to push that line, and he needed 3 yards, and he only got 2.
Well, good job by Rockvale there.
So Rockvale with a big hold there, and Coach Guthrie very excited on the sideline for his guys. Jackson Sonny on the takedown, and now 1st and 10.
I believe Antioch scored, Brian. Did you get that?
I have not gotten that, no.
Well, this is an opportunity for Rockvale to put some points on the board before half.
You are right. They went for 2, and it was no good. Stewart's Creek 14, Antioch 6.
Antioch won't roll over now.
Oh, no. They played Oakland a really good game. 1st and 10 for the Rockets after the defensive hold. And they try a run up the middle. And nothing there for George. Ellison with the initial hit. Got about 7 minutes to go here in the half. Boy, John, I really thought this was going to be a run game, and clock moved fast. We've already got some teams that are motoring.
Well, that's all
their games.
That's all they're doing in their game.
Yeah,
I guarantee you.
2 wide right, 1 to the near side here for Elliott. Give once again to George. And muscles his way down to the 45-yard line. So that's a 5-yard pickup, 6-yard pickup, and now flag.
Nice blocking on that left side by Rockvale.
This flag was after the play. I believe Ellison was the initial one on the hit there, not sure. Jackson. Well, trying to sort this out.
Rockvale not reacting like
they're not reacting as if it was a good thing for them, are they? Seeing that same thing. And when the official, the white hat, gets out his little notebook, personal foul Oakland, personal foul Rockvale, penalties offset. So
I think what Rockvale's upset about, they think this should have just been on Oakland, not them. Steve Nelson expressed his unhappiness.
Very steady, wind-whipped rain coming down here at Oakland. Can't really see it unless you look into the lights, and you can see how it's being blown around.
Well, if you're a player, too, in this kind of weather, you don't really want to be standing around waiting on the official.
Saying, let's go. 3rd down and 6 now here for the Rockets. Converted a big first down a moment ago. Send a man in motion, Jennings, from right to left. And Elliott has to throw on the run and throws incomplete. John, that ball really sailed on him.
Yeah. Well, so and then you have to adjust from one end of the field to the other, and you tend to have a tendency to throw it a little bit harder, and it goes over their head because the wind's behind you. But that wind is really picking up.
Yeah,
now.
it's definitely much more wind than what we were experiencing earlier. And I have our field mic kind of see if that helps. Here's the kick. Going to angle and go and bounce at the 9-yard line and go out of bounds at about the 10. So Rockvale did do one thing with their field position here, John. They have flipped the field on Oakland.
Yeah, they needed that. State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part tonight by Sir Pizza, sponsor of our Game and Coaches Show podcast. Find them at wgnssports.com or wherever you listen to audio. That's Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church, and Memorial.
Well, I'm glad the folks who are listening at home, all snug as a bug in a rug, can at least feel what it would be like if they were out here with the crowd mic. Umbrellas rippling. 6:05 to play in the first half. Oakland up 30-0. They've got the football here now at their own 10. Ball batted in the air and knocked down. Rockvale brought a lot of pressure. And the ball is batted down and incomplete. I believe that was Paldo, number 8. It was. You know those numbers on the front of the jerseys? It's hard to see those sometimes. The jersey gets bunched up.
Yeah, it's
more so on the front than the back. 2nd and 10. And we've got timeout. So we'll take one as well. 30-0, Oakland up. First half, it's about 5:59 to play on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hurry up and try new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs. They're 4 fun-sized puffs packed with layers of pepperoni, cheese, and sauce, and only $3.99. So what are you waiting for? Try them now.
You heard him. We need to go try these new Little Caesars Crazy Puffs right now.
Stop it! Drive like the wind, Debbie. Enjoy delicious new Crazy Puffs on the go for just $3.99. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Hi, this is Dave Kivanemi at Music World and Drummer's Den, 2762 South Church Street in Murfreesboro. We're across from Indian Hills Golf Course. Come out and see us for all of your music needs. We've got guitars, pianos, amps, drums, PA equipment, rentals, lessons, most anything you can think of in the music genre. Come see us at Music World and Drummer's Den on South Church. We're across from Indian Hills Golf Course.
Oakland with a run here to 12-yard line. And trying to see who that Patriot was that ran the football. Tried to hear what he said, and I couldn't hear, so I apologize for that. Can tell you that Thomas made the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10 here for Oakland. So now Oakland, John, having a little trouble moving the football here from this end going into the wind.
Yeah, it definitely makes a difference. We haven't really seen Oakland do anything fancy-wise.
They pitch back to Morris and see what he could do. 15 to the 20 and falls forward to the 25, and now a flag thrown. This is away from the football, and it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Cavante Porter from Rockvale. That was about 6 yards further downfield. At the half, Wayne County leads Eagleville 6-0. That's a new score on your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Get that on our scoreboard. By the way, I don't tell you this enough. You can see the scoreboard that we update here at wgnssports.com, so you can keep up with all the scores. Just as much as we enjoy giving them to you, we like to update that for you. It's halftime at Riverdale as well. The Warriors up 8-0. They scored that really early. Like it was the first play after a 3-and-out, I believe, if I remember right, from Clark Blair.
People want to score early, get out in front, and hold on with the weather.
You haven't really missed anything here. They had to tell both sidelines who the foul was on and this, that, and the other. So Oakland back to pass, 1st and 10, and it's caught somehow miraculously by Tutt, and Tutt's going to take it to the house. He's going all the way. He takes it in for 78 yards.
Well, Kyler Creasy's going to have some kind of numbers tonight after this game's over. That was all Tutt, really, when the pass was actually thrown, and Rockvale went for it, and they didn't get it. And when that happens, it's nothing but pay dirt.
Tutt with that great speed as well. No chance to catch him. Another Toots touchdown for the Oakland Patriots, and they lead 36-0 with an extra point attempt upcoming. Don't forget Toots after the game tonight. Great place to warm up and get you some good grub as well. And the extra point is good for the Oakland Patriots. So your new score, Oakland leads Rockvale 37-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Each team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm good neighbor State Farm agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about combining your home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-895-2700, and I can save you time and money.
It's not just a home or a car. I'm State Farm agent Dana Womack. We see your home and car as the time and memories you put into them. Give me a call at 615-900-0877 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony, then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do, but your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more that never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports brought to you tonight by Animal City, Music World and Drummers Den, Stones River Town Center, and Mills Family Pharmacy.
Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, Rod Edwards here with you tonight. The kickoff by Hernandez. Going to be taken by the Rockets at about the 18-yard line. And it is Paldo, I think. He's going to be pushed back, but they'll give him forward progress to about the 18-yard line. And that's where the Rockets will start.
Well, your backs are against the wall here for Rockvale. They're down 37-0. What you got to do is kind of start from scratch again and try to move the football. Easier said than done against Oakland.
Sure. But if they can have a good positive 425.
Look for something to build on here.
Right. 1st and 10 for Elliott and the Rockets, sending one receiver near side, one to the far side. They're moving right to left with the wind to their back. Now Jennings pops out from halfback as receiver now. Play, they try to go up the middle, nothing for George. Actually going to be driven back to the 15 by Ellison, so that's another tackle for loss for Caleb Ellison. 2nd down now. I think I have given you all the scores, but Rockvale 8, Coffee County nothing at the half, Wayne County 6, Eagleville nothing at the half. Last score I saw out of Blackman-Siegel was 7-0 Blackman. That was into the first quarter. I'm looking for a halftime score. If you're listening, you can hit us up at WGNS Sports on Twitter. And Javion back to pass, and the pass kind of sails on him a little bit. Incomplete, intended for Riley Talley, the junior, here on the near side.
Well, this is definitely a situation Rockvale didn't want to be in. Down big and having to throw the football. You're at your own 15-yard line in a rainstorm. So
right. I think the two bigger plays in this game were Oakland getting the football inside the 15-yard line twice in the first quarter.
Yeah, they kind of shot themselves in the foot early.
Yep. Oh, the ball is bobbled here. Another wet ball snapped back, and Oakland has recovered the fumble at the 11-yard line. Second turnover of the game for the Rockets. I saw Justin Barber come out of there. I'm not exactly sure. Ellison, that's who it was. Came away with the football. So that's 2 turnovers in this quarter. And as I was saying, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. That happened twice in the first quarter. Morris kind of trips over his own man there trying to make the cut here to the near side. I think he and Tuck.
He has slipped a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I know it's turf, but it's still wet and a little slippery down there. 2nd and 10 from the 11 now. Oakland with a commanding lead. trying to take advantage of 2 second-quarter turnovers by Rockvale. They turned the first one into points. Can they turn this into points as well? They give it to Tutt. Tutt waits on the opening, and Tutt blazes into the end zone for a touchdown. Craig Tutt from 11 out. Boy, he had an explosion once he got into that second level. There was no stopping him.
Well, Oakland has taken advantage of almost every turnover that Rockvale has, that's happened to Rockvale, and it's just really just kicking them down when they're down.
Another kick here for Hernandez, and it's blocked. The kick blocked. Trying to kick into the wind there, and they were able to get in to block that punt or block that extra point. So your score is going to remain Oakland 43, Rockvale nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Tune in next time for the countdown to tip-off, sponsored by the Law Offices of John Day.
Here's the kick into a stiff wind. Rockvale's going to try to return it. They touched it, and they may have given Oakland the football back if Oakland has recovered the loose ball. They're still trying to move the pile, and Oakland says they've recovered it. Well, John, you cannot do that.
Yeah. You're just handing them field position every time.
So now Oakland, with 2 minutes and 45 seconds, will get the football back. This time, the ball marked at the 29-yard line. This marks at least the fourth time that they've had the football in such great field position. Leading 43-0. Creasy the give. It's Kamani Bass. Bass trying to turn the corner, gets hit, knocked out of bounds. Going to give him a couple here. Porter on the takedown. Bass is a very talented sophomore. 14 carries for 137 yards on the season so far. You're going to see a lot of new Patriots probably play here in this second half. When we get there, 2:14 to play in the first half. Creasy and Hainsworth is lined up behind him at tailback. They give it to Hainsworth, and Avery going to fall forward to the 25.5-yard line. Hainsworth, 17 carries, 90 yards, and a TD for the senior. Boone on the takedown for Rockvale.
Pretty good when you can just fall over and get 2 yards.
He's pretty tall. Really tall, actually. Third down and 6, and it does not look like Oakland is even really they get a first down fine. They're not too concerned, I don't think. Up here 43-0. Creasy pressured, and the ball is going to be incomplete. Rockvale brought the pressure that time, and Creasy could do nothing but throw the ball away. And now Oakland on fourth down with a decision to make, and I think they're going to go for it.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they'd want to kick that in the wind.
So 4th and 6 for the Patriots at the 25-yard line. So need to get it just past the 20. It's a short 6. Velon Henderson is one of the receivers out to the left. Avery Hainsworth lines up on the left side of the line along with Bass, I think, over there. Hard count here by Creasy, and they're going to call a timeout. So a timeout for us. We'll be right back, Oakland, with 4th down in a moment.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Craig's Tax Service, and Dr. Automotive.
Blackman up 21-0 at halftime over Siegel. Another halftime score. I'm trying to check Twitter as quickly as I possibly can to get these scores. Thanks for those who tag us. It makes it so much easier. Here's Creasy back to pass, looking right side. What a snag! And brought it down at the 12-yard line. Great catch by Matthew Moore of the Oakland Patriots.
That's about 3 good catches here in this first half. Gives them a first down.
So First Bank first down. They're in the John Day Legal red zone. 40 seconds to play here. Creasy, do they take a shot to the end zone? Creasy looking, goes to the end zone. The pass is there, and through the fingertips for Velon Henderson. That would have been the sophomore second touchdown of the year, but it falls incomplete. That does stop the clock, though, with 24.8 seconds.
That does answer your question whether they're trying to score here. They're going.
Well, the clock's part of a big factor now. Play clock down to 20, so Oakland subbing here. Bass came back in. He was one of those that kind of came back in. The Blackman Lady Blaze are postponing their car wash, by the way, for tomorrow. Probably a good idea.
Well, they could just stand out there and
just squirt soap
on it.
Creasy, the pass caught over the top and down to about the 12-yard line. The clock's still going to run, but Oakland's going to call a timeout. And that pass, by the way, completed to Braxton Griever. And a timeout, Oakland, with 15.4 seconds. We'll be right back in just 30 seconds.
Is your car running like a dream, or does it need a little TLC? At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we treat your vehicle like it's one of our own. From oil changes to major repairs, our certified technicians have the skills and experience to keep you on the road safely.
This is Mike Woodward, head football coach at Laverne High School. If you are blitzed with car problems, go see Dr. Automotive.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car. Online at smyrnaautorepair.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Brian, John, Rod here with you. It's Connor Hayes back at the station, pushing all the buttons and watching all those blinky things, making us sound as good as possible coming out through your speakers, wherever you might be listening in. Creasy rolling out right side, looks downfield, looking to the end zone, and he's going to throw this away. Stops the clock with 9 seconds, and is going to give them one more shot here on 4th down, or are they going to try a kick?
They may try a kick because this is a good time to. They've not kicked a lot of field goals this year.
Jose Hernandez coming out. So this will be about a 28-yard field goal attempt. So Jose Henderson who is 4 for 4 on PATs. The field goal is up, and it is good. It is good. I think that's Oakland's first made field goal of the season. And that comes as time expires. And it's the Oakland Patriots leading at halftime over the Rockvale Rockets by a score of 46-0. Oakland up 46-0. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports. Stay with us. When we come back, we've got your Ideas Tees halftime show on the other side.
Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years.
Hi, let me ask Jack Hayes what his favorite thing is and why.
The chicken fingers and french fries. We've had them for a long time, and they're the best you can get in the whole entire town. So come on and get your homemade barbecue sauce and those good chicken fingers and french fries.
So swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
Hi, this is Amanda at Animal City, inviting your family to come do business with my family. We have all the items needed to spoil your pet, toys, food, treats, and more. Whether you're a new pet parent or a very experienced one, you'll find the items and help you need here at Animal City. We are proud and thankful to be celebrating our 33rd year in the Murfreesboro community. That's Animal City. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street, right here in Murfreesboro. Please check out our Facebook page.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstirepros.tn.com.
Hi, I'm Lakin Gilman, a mortgage loan originator with First Mortgage, a department of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates and personal service, let me turn your homeownership dreams into reality. Visit my website, lakinhibden.com, or come by my office at 322 North Front Street, located in downtown Murfreesboro, and let's get started.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Pizza. You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. We've made ordering online a breeze. From sirpizzatn.com, tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at sirpizzatn.com. Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
Hello friends, Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. More than I can count, we have taken care of families who were totally caught off guard with the passing of a loved one. There are so many details to tie up, it really can be overwhelming. Again, more than I can count are the comments from families who have pre-planned and pre-funded their or their loved one's funeral, saying, "It would have been a financial hardship had we not." Let me help you pre-plan. Call me at 615-893-2422.
It's freezing.
Keeping your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer all starts with the right insulation. Roscoe Brown and Carrier offer comprehensive insulation services that not only enhance your comfort but also improve your energy efficiency, saving you money on your utility bills. With expert installation and advice, our team ensures that your home is perfectly insulated for every season. Turn to the experts at Roscoe Brown and Carrier. Your family's comfort is our family's legacy. RoscoeBrown.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Looking for the best in school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, and specialty items in Rutherford County? Well, look no more. Ideas Tees, the place. Don't miss out on officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider gear at Raider Tees. From tees and polos to hats and more, they've got everything you need to show your Blue Raider pride. Visit their showroom at 910 Ridgely Road, just off Broad Street between Chewy's and Chili's. Ideas Tees can put your logo on just about anything. Stop by and discover how they can help you promote your favorite team, workplace, or organization. Learn more at ideastees.com. Ideas Tees, the sponsor of our halftime show, where here tonight, Oakland is leading at halftime by a score of 46-0. It's time for the first half recap here, and Craig's Tax Service And it was all Oakland here, folks. I'm telling you, 23 points in the first quarter, 23 in the second quarter for a total of 46. It started off with Oakland on a 3-yard run by Morris.
The give is to Morris. He bounces it outside, now turns it up. Does he get in and cross the plane? Yes, he does. It is a 3-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Morris, and that is Morris's first touchdown of the year, his first game starting since the first game of the season.
Went off that right side, then turned it upfield just a little bit. Easy score. That made it 7-0. Oakland scored again in the first quarter. This time a great pass from Creasy to Morris.
Win them all against, do they have to win out? Creasy, across the middle, caught by Morris. Morris 50, a little shake and bake 40, another little shake and bake 30, 20, 10, 5. He has got a caravan to the end zone. Touchdown! Morris goes 71 yards. That is his first receiving touchdown of the season.
Well, I know Coach Creasy's glad to have him back. He can do it all. I mean, he can catch the ball. Great receiver, really. He ran a beautiful route in the middle. Nice throw by Creasy. And then Morris, you got him out in the open field. It's pretty much gold. That made it 14-0. Then Morris again with 3:14 to go in the first.
The give is to Morris. Morris waits on a hole to open up. Morris bounces it outside and runs it in for his second touchdown of the night. This one, an 11-yard rumble. Touchdown, Pats.
Is he not great at that?
Man, alive, is he not?
He just never ceases to amaze me. 11-yard run. He waits for the blockers. He waits for the hole. And he's so quick he can make that hole. It was 21-0. Then Oakland again, 1:25 to go in the first. This time, the defense had a little something to do with it, as they've already shut him out here in the first half. But this time, a snap over the punter's head.
Tough task here for Riley Talley. Snap is going to go over the head of Talley. He's going to have to fall on it in the end zone, and it is a safety.
This is the year of the safety, evidently. That's all I had to say on that. 23-0. With 11:49 to go in the second quarter, this time Tutt gets in on the action.
Now Morris is in motion. Another little flip pass right up the middle, and it's Craig Tutt. Tutt 10, 5. Tutt, does he get into the end zone? He does. Touchdown, Tutt.
22-yard run on a little pitch, and I don't know how Creasy got the pitch in there, the little pitch in the inside, but he did. Made it 30-0. Then Oakland with 4:36 to go in the second quarter. A 78-yard pass from Creasy to Tutt.
They give it to Tutt. Tutt waits on the opening, and Tutt blazes into the end zone for a touchdown. Craig Tutt from 11 out. Boy, he had an explosion once he got into that second level. There was no stopping him.
And then Oakland scored again, this time an 11-yard run. Guess who? It's King Tutt.
They give it to Tutt. Tutt waits on the opening, and Tutt blazes into the end zone for a touchdown. Craig Tutt from 11 out. Boy, he had an explosion once he got into that second level. There was no stopping him.
And finally, Oakland scores on a 28-yard field goal attempt here to make it 46-0.
Jose Hernandez coming out. So this will be about a 28-yard field goal attempt. The field goal is up, and it is good. It is good. I think that's Oakland's first made field goal of the season.
Time for the Craig's, that is the Craig's Tax Service first half recap. Tax laws can be very confusing and make sense to get help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. Call them today at 615-890-2233. Craig's Tax Service is at 142 Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial. Mike, Brandon, and Brett Craig, along with Bruce Hall, salute all Rutherford County teams this season and look forward to a great second half in tonight's game. Now, if you've been waiting for the scoreboard, well, here's a scoreboard update brought to you by Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home Scoreboard.
The Blackman Blaze at the half are leading Siegel 21-0. All of these are at halftime, unless I tell you otherwise. It's Riverdale 8, Coffee County 0. It's the Smyrna Bulldogs over the McGavickers. 14-0. I forgot.
The Raiders, aren't they?
I don't know.
Yeah, the McGavick Raiders.
They apparently can't get
or
a bus.
Or the McGavickers.
They can't get a bus that runs very well. So anyway, Smyrna 14-0.
Let's put that on the highlight reel.
Stewart's Creek 14, Antioch 6 at the half, and in the third quarter, Wayne County leads Eagleville 14-0. Those are the scores that we have so far. Also, Friendship over MTCS. That nearing halftime, 14-0. That's your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard.
Helene has entered the booth now. I think we're about to that point. Let's take a look at the stats. Rod, your first half thoughts. Your thoughts of the first half here.
Totally controlled by Oakland. Rockvale really set themselves up with 3 or 4 penalties in the opening series, and the wind caught them. They punted. I think the ball hit about 35 yards out, then bounced back to about 5-yard total kick, which really kind of set things up. And you mentioned the turnovers and safeties, and this has been a disaster for Rockvale.
Well, you've got the defensive stats brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Josh Houston and Associates, and Winners Trophies.
Okay, for Caleb Ellison, probably he and I think Ethan Carson for Blackman are 2 of the top linebackers in our area. He had a pass breakup, and that was a key one. That was in the second series, and Rockville was moving down, and the pass was on the money, but he really blasted into the receiver. Ball went flying, and then on fourth down, Rockville went for it, and they came up just short. Well, if they had completed that pass, they may have had a chance to go in and score. But he had 4 tackles, 2 for loss, and then he also had a fumble recovery. Chase Bandy had 2 tackles and an interception. That's number 4, leading the team. And then Colin Williams and Trevion Jackson each had 3 tackles, kind of to be the stars of the first half for Oakland. For Rockvale, basically, he kind of shared the load. We had Evangelos Brooks had 3 tackles. Demarion Thomas had 3. Melvin Booth had 3. And Paulo Dallas had 2. Plus, he had 1 pass breakup. So they're all from the middle linebacker up into the defensive line.
All right, Rod, thank you. Well, here's the offensive stats. 31 yards rushing total for Rockville, 55 in the air for a total of 86. Javian Elliott had 16 to lead the rushing totals. George had 15. And for Oakland, they had 66 yards rushing, 183 passing for 249 yards. Who would have thought in this kind of game with these kind of conditions, Oakland would have 183 yards in the air. Juwan Morris doing his thing, 59 yards on 7 carries. Hainsworth, Bass, and Millsap all have 2 yards rushing. And Creasy, 7 of 11 for 183 yards, no interceptions. Morris has a reception of 71. Let's see, Tudd had a reception, and Moore had a reception as well. So quite a good night as they lead it here, 46-0. Those stats brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company by Josh Houston. And now it's time for our Raven Insurance keys to the second half.
Time now for the keys to the second half, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall in Smyrna. For auto, home, business, and life insurance, let Rick Hall help you get the coverage you deserve with personalized service that puts you first.
All right, Rod, what do you tell Rockvale? If you're Brian Guthrie in there in the locker room, you're down 46-0, what do you tell them?
Number 1, forget the first half. Number 2, go out and we're going to play hard. We did see spurts of them where I thought after the second quarter started, they started hitting a lot harder. They're defensively and offensively, especially in the line of scrimmage. There was a lot more resistance. We didn't even see any resistance in the first part. And really come out and just play like there was no score, and we've got to improve, and we've got to show we're not going to quit.
All right, that's your Rayburn Insurance. Well, let's talk about Oakland. You were up 46-0. Not a lot of things they did badly.
Right, and I think now it's time to get the young kids in.
Yeah.
And find out what they can do.
Do you think they had quite an intense practice this week, Oakland?
I would say so.
I think so.
I mean, they came away with a big break.
Yeah,
last week.
Sure looks like it. Those are your keys to the second half, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance, Agent Rick Hall. As a locally owned agency in Smyrna, they offer the personalized service you won't get from big out-of-state providers. For auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, talk to Rick Hall, providing competitive prices and local advice. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more of the IDST's halftime show. 46-0 here, Oakland on top.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
So what if your roommate decides to microwave a metal mixing bowl and set your apartment on fire? I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Auto, renters, frankly, any kind of insurance. I've got your back. Call me at 615-873-1700.
Renters, when you combine State Farm auto and renters insurance, you save an average of $642. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and I'm ready to help you combine auto and renters insurance and save. Call me at 615-459-2683.
Toots. Come on down to get your chicken fingers and curly fries with homemade barbecue sauce. It's classic and perfect.
Well, that's coming from a guy who certainly would know. Keep the local tradition going. On Friday Night Football, come to Toots before or after the game. Now there's 4 locations to choose from.
Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
Good food and fun.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
We're back with you here on the IDST's halftime show, and it's time for the Dr. Automotive live report, and we've got him live in Smyrna. And Danny Brewer with a little update on the Smyrna-McGavock game.
14-0 Smyrna. Of course, same as it is everywhere in Middle Tennessee. The weather has been the big story here. Rain, wind, all that kind of stuff. Smyrna ground game has been the story. Led to 2 Bulldog touchdowns. The line of scrimmage, Smyrna has once again, just like they did last week against Laverne, they pretty much controlled the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football.
Is Smyrna kind of starting to go toward a peak here? I mean, it seems like the defense has kind of got it together, and now the offense is maybe not the most prolific offense, but efficient offense.
Well, I think that what they're doing is they're making fewer mistakes, and that was what kind of plagued them the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season. Is they made a lot of mistakes because I think they feel like Riverdale was a game that kind of got away because of some mistakes that they made, and they definitely made a lot of mistakes against Rockvale too. But I think that they're just making fewer mistakes right now, which is what you want to do. You don't want to beat yourself.
Rod made a comment in the pregame show, Danny, that Smyrna always plays a tough schedule. It's paying off for them, I think, now, isn't it?
Oh, without question. I mean, that's it. To be the best, you need to play the best. And I think when you schedule teams like Riverdale and Ravenwood before you get into district play, it only benefits you because, that's what you want to do is you want to meet those good teams because then it doesn't come as any surprise when you see different formations and whatnot from schools. And in their region, I don't think there's anybody as good as Ravenwood in their region. There may not be anybody as good as Ravenwood in most regions.
keeping it the second half, keep on keeping on, I guess, and just run.
Trying to get the football to start the second half. I think that obviously what they want to do is run the ball and control the clock. We have seen quite a bit of the power I formation tonight, which is one of my favorites. Like I said, that's that control the clock, control the game, run the football. I think we will see quite a bit of that in the second half. And if they can go in and the first drive will be very important for them. If they can cash in that, then it's going to make it awfully tough for McGavock to score 3 times on a night like tonight.
I agree with you. Danny, it looks like you're really toughing it in that where are you exactly? In the Smyrna, the new clubhouse there?
We're in the Bulldog Stadium Club. It is tough being in here.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to do it. I'm taking one for the team here, guys.
Well, I'm telling you, and I see that all your rain gear, you don't have any rain gear, so it must really be tough when you get out there.
Well, I'm hoping that the rain will subside by the fourth quarter so that whenever I get ready to leave after the game, then I won't have to get too wet.
Well, I hate to tell you, brother, I've seen the forecast and the radar. It ain't quitting for a while.
All right, Danny. Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
That's Danny Brewer with the Dr. Automotive Live Report. Dr. Automotive is the cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASC-certified auto repair for decades. They grew up here and are your neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair, that's Dr. Automotive on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, online at smyrnaautorepair.com. And that's your Ideas Tees halftime show. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half, maybe even tell you a little bit about our upcoming schedule as well as we continue here from Oakland High School. Oakland leading 46-0 over Rockvale.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and do it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by JHA Company, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall in Smyrna, and Last Cassett Feed Supply. And before we go over the, Brian goes over the scoreboard with you, I want to remind you about the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner in the morning. Through rain, snow, sleet, or hail, we go through, it's just like the mailman.
Well, it's nice and cozy inside.
Yes,
now.
Well, yeah, yes it is. And they've got donuts and sausage and biscuits. Can't beat that.
And coffee.
Beginning at 9, the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's of Murfreesboro. We'll start with Riverdale at 9, Smyrna at 9:15, Blackman at 9:30, Laverne at 9:45, Oakland at 10 a.m., Stewart's Creek at 10:15 a.m., Rockvale at 10:30 a.m., Siegel at 10:45, and Eagleville will be at 11. Then join us for MTCS Cougar Corner, presented by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance at 11:15 a.m. I can't wait for tomorrow's show because I think it's really going to be very, very interesting, some of the tales that are told.
Probably so, most certainly. Tomorrow morning we'll have Bill Hockenberry join us. John and I and Bill will have all of the conversation with the coaches tomorrow morning.
Braves won, so he's going to be happy.
Yeah,
Bill's going to be happy tomorrow.
That is your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner. Some score updates here, and I just saw one, and I'm having a little trouble locating it here. Khalil Arman, a 25-yard field goal with 3:32 to play in the third quarter. Riverdale 11, Coffee County nothing. And with the score being 46-0, I think we may catch up with some of these guys. Remkus to Hostetler, 78-yard touchdown bomb for the Siegel Stars. They trail 21-7. That would be third quarter of play. So those are some scores we have on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. So the Stars get on the scoreboard.
You know, these teams that scored early in tonight's games, that could be very, very big because the weather is not getting any better.
No, it is not. The wind's picking up, the rain picking up a little bit here as well. And Rockvale making their way out. John, they have played each year between 2019 and 2023. Oakland has outscored Rockvale 245-42. Rockvale has only been shut out once, and that was last year. It was a 35-0 Oakland win.
Well, I don't want to be the naysayer here, but it's really going to be hard for Rockvale to get momentum going. The wind is swirling now. It's not like it was in the first half. You can actually see it swirling in the air.
Wind has definitely picked up here as we see it. It's going to be a short kick to Oakland, taken at the 25. And stop, trying to reverse field, and turns it up now to the 30, 35. Down the sideline, it is Oakland's Kyrie Gaynor, who is finally taken down across the 40-yard line. Boy, that was a lot of zigging and zagging there.
Yeah, he got about 15 yards, though, and they had him back at about the 30, but they lost him.
Troutman on the tackle for Rockvale, and here is Oakland with good field position. Now they are playing into the wind here in this third quarter. Same direction as they were going in the second quarter here, left to right from our vantage point. Creasy, going to see a lot of this tonight. That is a give to Millsap, number 25, Will Millsap. And that goes for 8 yards. Nelson on the tackle.
We're going to see a lot of faces, I would assume, here for Oakland.
Yeah, I'm having to pull out the old roster here. Millsap, by the way, is a junior. It's going to bring up a second down and a long yard. And it's a draw play. Hainsworth off to the races, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown, Avery Hainsworth, his second TD of the year, and it goes for 51 yards.
Boy, once he broke that initial line of scrimmage, man, and he showed off some speed I didn't know he had. That was a great run.
Hainsworth with the touchdown for the Patriots. Gives them a 52-0 lead. The first 2 years, the score was 56-7 against Rockvale. Now it's 52. It could be 53. Here's the extra point attempt. It's a fake and tackled at the 10. So the extra point or the 2-point conversion attempt is no good. So your score, Oakland leads 52-0 here. Opening moments of the third quarter of play on State Farm Prep Sports.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Rockvale picks up the ball, and they stumble forward to the 25-yard line. John, that was scary. I think he had trouble getting that football, but finally came up with it.
Yeah, they've really had trouble holding on to it here lately, the last few series. And we'll see what now Rockvale's going to do here and see if we've got, looks like, let's see, that is Elliott out there. One thing about a game now like this, you don't want to get anybody hurt.
Right. 52-0 Oakland up. Elliott sends 2 wideouts near side. Tally one of those. The other Jennings, I think. The wide side is the near side. Paldo in motion, lines up as a halfback on the right side of the line. Here's George, 30. Cuts back, 35. And up to about the 37-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a first down, Rockets. That's a 12-yard gain.
Burrell.
Ethan Burrell on the tackle. And with it being 1st and 10, Rockvale handoff. George bounces it outside. Goes to about the numbers and still angling, trying to get out of bounds now. Going to be taken out at the 39-yard line, so a 2-yard pickup. The wind is blowing the rain sideways. Thankfully, it's not a really heavy rain, John, but it's enough just to make it yucky.
Blown.
I don't know that I've ever seen it swirl like this at a football game.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember the year. The years run together, but we did a game where everybody moved the games up on Thursday trying to beat the Hurricane or the Remnants on Friday, and Thursday turned out to be the worst night to play in.
Yeah. It's a crapshoot.
Yep. And it's a run by George to the 44. Going to pick up about 4 yards. Clock is running, 7:39 to play here in the third quarter. But my microphone for the field mic is actually in the booth, so that's the wind that's just inside the press box here. Daly making the tackle. That's what it sounds like outside, by the way. So,
real calm.
Third down. Snap to Elliott, keeping it on the ground. George going to be tripped up and gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it, and it's 4th down. Look like Caleb Ellison in there on the tackle. Seen him a lot tonight.
There's a lot of subs in there for Oakland, I know that.
So on 4th down, Rockvale going for it here at the 44-yard line. Well, it says 3rd down on the sideline, but it's 4th down. There's a flag.
Yep. Encroachment.
Not going to matter here, though. 14-yard pass to Xavier Jones for Riverdale. They lead now 18-0 in the 4th quarter in that game. Offsides against Oakland. The clock is running even with all of the delays and things of that nature with the score 52-0. That penalty will give Rockvale a first down. So it's 1st and 10. They have the ball at their own 44-yard line with the wind at their back. If they were sailing, it would be big, right? Wind at their back. Here's a pitch, Elliott. And being muscled down at the 50-yard line is DeKel Kennedy. He's a senior coming into the game, 18 carries, 75 yards on the season, no touchdowns. Williams on the tackle. 2nd down now. That Riverdale game is flying by. Start of the 4th quarter there. Back to pass, Elliott. Nope, he's going to tuck it and run, and that was a mistake because he is going to be tackled by Dre Oldham for a 3-yard loss. Dre was back there in a hurry on the season. 16 tackles, 3 for loss coming into this game. Add another, and a sack on the season as well as a quarterback hurry. He is a quarterback's worst nightmare. 3rd down and 12 with the loss. Kennedy on the right hip of Elliott. Elliott runs, now the late pitch. 50, and runs into a big pile. No, keeps his legs going. Picks up the first down to the 41-yard line. Nice run by Kennedy. And the Rockets with back-to-back first downs.
Malone
on the tackle for Oakland. That almost looked like the play stopped, John, and then all of a sudden he shot out of the scrum.
That was good second effort there by Kennedy. I mean, it was pretty much, he was hit. I think he was hit really hard, but he bounced off and was able to pick his feet back up and go.
14-6, Redhawks lead Antioch going to the fourth quarter in that big game on your Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Back to pass, Elliott slings it out there, and Talley had it right in the breadbasket, but incomplete. Well, that's one that Riley is going to wish he had back.
Elliott has not had much luck with the receivers tonight. He's getting it to them, but they haven't been able to hang on. Of course, a lot of that, again, could be the weather.
A new update on the scoreboard here. And Stewart's Creek up now 21-6. Creek with a scoop and score. 9:15 to play in that game. Looking good for the Redhawks. Elliott will keep. Going to lose a yard there, I think.
Yeah, he did make it.
Yep.
Oldham again.
Oldham on the tackle again. 2:26 to play here in the third. 52-0. Oakland up, and it is third down and 11.5 for the Rockvale Rockets. They need to get the ball to the 31-yard line. They send two wide near side, one to the far side, blocking back on the right side of that line. And Elliott slings it out here, and the catch made by Paldo, but he is leveled. Ramsey with a great open field tackle. No yak after that catch.
They'll probably go for it here. 4th and 11.
Fourth, yeah. It's got to be more than 11, though, doesn't it?
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage pretty close.
It's like about 13.
So it is. Ball is at the 43.5. I keep hearing a whistle from somewhere. The officials heard it this time, too. And now they're coming to the sideline. And they're talking to Kevin Creasy. I don't think they called a timeout, did they? Maybe so.
I don't know what Kevin Creasy could do about it. I mean,
they pointed to him.
Let's
Rockvale.
Take a 30-second timeout here. We'll be right back on State Farm Prep Sports.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Good Neighbor State Farm agents Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack.
Fourth down here, and about 12 to go. Back to pass, Elliott. Looks downfield. Going to sling it that way. Has a guy trying to get under the ball, but overthrown. That pass, John, was through the back of the end zone.
Yeah, he had a man open, and again, I think that wind carried that ball on out.
I do too. It's kind of following the jet stream, wasn't it? Or whatever that is.
What's been so crazy about this game is Oakland scoring so many points, but a lot of that has been Rockvale giving them some points on turnovers. But
they had the ball inside the 15 4 times tonight.
You look at all the other scores that are going around.
Right.
After the early first quarter or so, second quarter, not a lot of scoring.
Oakland is
they're going to let the clock
not going to run a play here and that's going to take us to the fourth quarter. Patriots headed to the fourth with a 52-0 lead on State Farm Prep Sports.
For nearly 2 decades, Mills Family Pharmacy has cared for residents in our community as if they were part of our own family. At Mills, we work hard to provide you with customized services to fit your needs. Mills also offers flu shots, immunizations, medication therapy management, and even a medication delivery service.
This is Chad Mills with Mills Family Pharmacy. We're located next to Toots South on South Church Street in Murfreesboro.
Learn more by visiting us online at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, and the law offices of John Day.
New score on the scoreboard here in the third quarter. Friendship Christian 28, MTCS nothing. Tough night for the Cougars on the road at Friendship. Fumble on the play. But Oakland's going to recover it here. Chase Bandy is in at quarterback for the Patriots now. This is going to be a 1-yard loss. So second down and 11. Smotherman's the one who smothered that ball. I guess if you're a Patriot, the Page Patriots are winning 62-0 in their game. Another bad snap. And I think the Rockvale Rockets have recovered that fumble. They have. Is that 61? Scruggs. So Oakland's first turnover. Bad snap there, and so the Rockets will try to take advantage of the short field here now. Ball is at the 40-yard line, and the Patriots back out on defense. Score is 52-0 for Oakland here in this one. Last year, by the way, the score was 35-0 in this game. Oakland a winner. A lot of new faces out here. That is 32, Anton Reynolds, sorry. Jackson on the tackle for Oakland. This is where the two deeps just don't help very much. So Anton Reynolds with the run for about 4 yards. Second down. And not much doing this time. Actually going to lose a yard or two. And Evan Rogers is your new quarterback, by the way, for Rockvale. E-V-I-N Rogers. Marcus Malone on the tackle. Rogers is a sophomore. The give to Rylan Hodges, I think, number 11, and it is. He's going to pick up a couple to make it fourth down. Gets it to the 39. Well, that student section that was pretty deep in the first half for Oakland, not so deep right now. A lot of students have decided to take it to the house. Yep, warm up, dry off. 4th and 8 for the Rockets. Rogers has a back split to his left, on his left hip, if you will. Now moves here to the right hip. That's Hodges. Snap low. They give to Hodges on the inside counter. Dives forward. Going to get to the 36-yard line before being stopped there. So Oakland will take over on downs. First final is in tonight. And it is a loss for the Eagleville Eagles. Final score 14-7 in that one. They trailed 14-0 at halftime.
Again, you get behind in these games tonight, it's so difficult to come back.
They scored, John, with 6 minutes to play. I'll tell you after this play. And it's a run by Runyon. Tayron Runyon going to lose a couple. Onside kick. Tried to recover that onside kick. I'm not sure if they did, but they had a couple of drives late, but Eagleville couldn't come up with the score. Armand tonight for Riverdale has had 2 field goals. The second one, a 36-yarder, to put them up 21-0 about midway through the fourth quarter. Run play. And it is 24, Brian Smotherman, who picks up about 6 yards. Is that right? 3rd and 12, 3 yards. Patterson on the tackle. 3rd and 6 now. 6.5 to play. And another handoff up the middle. Nice room. First down and more. 45, 50, 45. And finally wrestled down at the 42-yard line. Tremendous run that time for Brian Smotherman again. That goes 18 yards.
That was a nice run.
First bank, first down for Smotherman. Brian Smotherman is a senior. So good to get him some snaps. 1st and 10. First bank, first down, 5:48 to play. Oakland driving up 52-0. Another give. Smotherman on the inside counter to the 36-yard line. Picks up 6. Henderson on the takedown.
This is what Kevin Creasy wants. Just run the ball down the field. If you make it, if you get a first down, great. If you don't, you turn it over. There won't be any more punting in this game, I wouldn't think.
And I think the junior Will Millsap, yes, he was at quarterback some on this series, and I failed to let you know that. Give us to Kamani Bass this time. Bass bounces it outside to the 35, picks up about 3. Patterson on the tackle. Boy, the wind is getting something brutal. Looks like the rain is heavier too right now. It's really a wind-driven rain right now.
It's going to be a long walk back to the cars tonight, folks.
Yes, it will be. Runyon is the wide out to the far side. Millsap, no, someone else. Millsap's running the ball, keeps 30. Millsap 25, Millsap 20, Millsap 15, and finally written out of bounds. Inside the 15-yard line on the keeper, Will Millsap with a big, huge run. And Oakland is in the John Day Legal Red Zone. Bicycle helmet giveaways, Safe Ride Home program, I should say. Just a few of the ways the law offices of John Day are involved in the community. JohnDayLegal.com. First and 10 at the 13-yard line, and another new quarterback. This time a give to Brian Smotherman, and Smotherman is in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. The senior gets the score. It's his first of the season.
Nice run and a great fake there by the quarterback, whoever it was. Made a nice fake there to get him in.
I believe, John, that was Duncan Chew, 46, I think. So the Oakland Patriots with the score. And here is Malik Frierson for point. And there's going to be a flag thrown. Rockvale. No, it's a procedure on Oakland. So the false start on the Patriots. And that will back them up here. Oakland leading 58-0. It could be 59 if this kick goes through the uprights, but it's going to be from 5 yards further back. So instead of a 20-yard PAT attempt, it's going to be 25, but thankfully for Frierson, he's got the wind at his back. Snap, bobbled, picked up by Oakland, and they may run it in for 2, and they do. Running it in is Matthew Moore, the 2-point conversion good, and the Patriots lead the Rockets 60-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Parks Auction, we handle everything.
Whether you're buying or selling a home or whether you're buying or selling commercial property, the auction is just so much easier, quicker, smoother.
My wife and I sold our personal home. Parks Auctions helped us with that. The house brought about 20% more than we were going to ask for.
Visit our website at parksauction.com to learn more.
Hi there, 12 and a half now, $15.
Stan Vaught and the Parks Auction team are proud supporters of local high school and MTSU sports.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete work than Dan France Concrete. From basic slabs to decorative stamping, for your next concrete project, call Dan France Concrete, 615-642-5152.
This is Dan with Dan France Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Trust me, Dan is committed to the community and will offer you a great product. He'll stand behind his work and make sure you're satisfied with every aspect of the work. Dan France Concrete.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
We are back here at Oakland High School. Last moments here of this one, and it's been all Oakland here tonight. And here's the kick. Going to be taken at the 12 by Rockvale. 20. And to about the 22-yard line, and that's going to be it. Well, this rain is really coming down. Antioch fumbles the ball, so Stewart's Creek has it with 2:10 to go. Oh, no, that was a while ago. Only about 4 minutes left in that game. Hopefully we'll be able to get you some finals here tonight. 27-6 is the new score in that one. Creek flexing their muscle. And by the way, that was a 43-yard field goal by Armand earlier. Here's a run to the near side by Anton Reynolds once again for the Rockets. Bryson Hayes sack and then score. The ball came loose, only 3:30 to go in that one. So, John, it looks like Stewart's Creek and Smyrna showdown in a few weeks may be for the region title.
I would think that's probably going to be, that's what's going to happen, Brian.
Smyrna still has to play Antioch, though. Quarterback is Hunter Sicilone. And he carries it for about a yard, 2 yards, we'll say. Under 2 minutes to go in this one. See if I can't get you a Blackman Siegel score here in a moment, too. MTCS is trailing Friendship 35-0 now. The Commanders in command of that one. Eagleville losing to Wayne County tonight, 14-7, sorry. Play clock is down to 6. Rockvale snap the ball. And it's a run by Reynolds, nothing much doing. Oakland defense is getting some of those youngsters out there, and they're pretty happy. Bingham on the takedown for Oakland. May get just one more play in here. Prentice Alsop Heating and Air post-game show is coming up for you in a few moments. Now, this is the week going into fall break, so there are a slew of games on Thursday night. We'll actually have one Thursday night and Friday night this next week. I'll tell you about that in the post-game show as well. Rockvale going to run one more play here. Oh, they just clapped their hand, and the play clock is at 0. And the officials restarted the play clock. I've never seen that before. I think everybody wants to go home.
Yeah.
That's going to be your final score here tonight. Oakland Patriots a winner by a score of 60-0 over the Rockvale Rockets. Stay tuned. Coming up, it's the Prentice Alsop Heating and Air postgame show next.
Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom design jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Wommel. It's smart to protect them together, to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your auto and renters.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton. Give me a call at 615-895-2700 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
It's Brian, and as a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, let me tell you how they can show up for you. Whether I need help navigating a financial decision or just a question, I know I can pick up the phone and talk to someone who's right here in our community. In a world that's becoming more impersonal every day, it's good to know that First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is always there with real people who care.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Greetings, friends. This is Lenny Farmer with the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home in Murfreesboro. If you ever had to deal with the final arrangements of a loved one, funerals are both emotional and financial. You can easily be drained both ways when you least expect it. I can help you in both of these areas by showing you the positive side of pre-arranging. Locking in your costs for the rest of your life will truly relieve some emotional stress at that time. Call me, won't you, at 615-893-2422. Let's talk.
Hey, this is Dan with Music World and Drummers Den. Come in for your guitars, keyboards, drums. We have you covered. Lessons, we got that. Drums and every other instrument with strings or keys. Music World and Drummers Den. The one-stop shop where you have everything that you might need. Ukuleles, violins, things that they're not expecting to find just everywhere they go. Come see us at Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, right across from the golf course. Music World and Drummers Den.
Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants. Stop by and grab some Toots Buffalo Chicken Wings before your next sporting event. Call one of our locations today. Don't forget to add an order of fried dill pickles to your order. Our staff is ready to serve you at one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. The Original on Broad Street and Medical Center, Toots South on Highway 231, Toots West on Highway 96, or in Smyrna on Sam Ridley Parkway.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back to the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show from Oakland High School, a rain-drenched Oakland High School. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air services all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Rely on the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Call them at 615-890-1311 or check them out online at PrenticeAllsup.com. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air on West College Street. Let's go out to Smyrna to get an update on that game tonight. Smyrna is playing the McGavock Raiders and having their way with McGavock. Danny Brewer with the Dr. Automotive Report.
Yeah, it's a 23-0 Smyrna right now, 2:38 and counting in the third quarter. Game was delayed. McGavock has some transportation troubles, so we're just, like I said, we're still in the third quarter here. But Smyrna has pretty much dominated the game. Weather has been somewhat of a factor. And here's one of the plays that tells you the weather was a factor. We saw an 85-yard punt by Smyrna at the start of the third quarter, just because the kid had the wind at his back, and he got it up in the air, and it took a couple of hops, and on this turf went about 85 yards. Incredible.
That is incredible. That may be one for the record books out there.
It might be. Absolutely might be, for sure.
Well, it looks like they're in control of the game, and Stewart's Creek playing at Antioch tonight. And, Danny, that game is getting pretty late. Stewart's Creek scored to make it 27-6 here in the last few minutes. So it really looks like if they can hand Antioch a loss, that's going to make the game in a couple of weeks with Stewart's Creek really big on October 18th.
It'd be huge. It'll be a showdown for what could be the district championship game, because whoever wins that game obviously has a huge leg up. Smyrna will still have to play Antioch, but Stewart's Creek will already have a win over them. So, yeah, huge game October 18th coming up.
Yeah, most certainly. Smyrna does have East Nashville before then on Friday night going into a fall break week, which they won't have a game. So East Nashville is going to be tough, but you talked to John about it at halftime about the tough scheduling for the Bulldogs, and that's what makes these region games a little easier, I guess. At least you're getting good competition.
Well, you're playing up, so to speak, and like I said, I think playing good teams only makes you better, and that's what Coach Williams wants, is to make his team better.
Well, Danny, stay dry and enjoy the rest of the game. Yeah, you're really roughing
try to
it.
stay dry, Danny. Wow.
Yeah. Stay dry, Mr. Dinkins. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, we got a long walk back to the car, and I'm afraid that this rain is coming down even harder here. But anyway, Danny, appreciate you tonight with your reports.
Enjoy, folks. See y'all.
All right, Danny Brewer joining us with the Dr. Automotive Live Report. Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Danny and his brother Randy, who really does all the hard work, I'm telling you, and Danny's son, too, Bo. Well, they've been providing Rutherford County with ASE certified auto repair for years. Foreign and domestic, they do it all, and they're Smyrna through and through, 20 years in business. You can trust them to do you right. Dr. Automotive, Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna, online at smyrnaautorepair.com. And our Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show continues with Mr. Dinkins.
All right, it's we're going to go over the Sir Pizza replays, and I don't know if you want me to go over every one of them, but we will.
You choose, and I'll follow along.
Okay, let me do that. Oakland got on the scoreboard first with a 3-yard run by Morris to make it 7-0.
Replays. The give is to Morris. He bounces it outside, now turns it up. Does he get in and cross the plane? Yes, he does. It is a 3-yard touchdown run by DeJuan Morris, and that is Morris's first touchdown of the year, his first game starting since the first game of the season.
Went off that right side, then turned it upfield just a little bit. Easy score. That made it 7-0, as we said. Then they came back with 5:26 to go in the first. A 71-yard pass from Creasy to Morris.
Replays. Win them all against. Do they have to win out? Creasy. Across the middle. Caught by Morris. Morris 50. A little shake and bake 40. Another little shake and bake 30. 20. 10. 5. He has got a caravan to the end zone. Touchdown. Morris goes 71 yards. That is his first receiving touchdown of the season.
And that made it 14-0. It was Morris again with 3:14 to go in the first, an 11-yard run by Morris.
Pizza.
3 plays.
The give is to Morris. Morris waits on a hole to open up. Morris bounces it outside and runs it in for his second touchdown of the night. This one, an 11-yard rumble. Touchdown, Pats.
Is he not great at that?
Man, alive, is he not?
he just never ceases to amaze me. 11-yard run. He waits for the blockers. He waits for the hole, and he's so quick he can make that hole. That made it 21-0. Then a snap over the punter's head made it 23-0 as it was a safety. Then Oakland started with Tutt with a 22-yard run to make it 30-0. And then this beautiful play with 4:36 to go in the first half, Creasy to Tutt.
Pizza.
3 plays.
So Oakland back to pass, 1st and 10. And it's caught somehow miraculously by Tutt. And Tutt's going to take it to the house. He's going all the way. He takes it in. 478 yards.
Well, Kyler Creasy's going to have some kind of numbers tonight after this game's over. That was all Tutt, really, when the pass was actually thrown, and Rockvale went for it, and they didn't get it. And when that happens, it's nothing but pay dirt. And that made it 37-0. Oakland scored again on an 11-yard run by Tutt to lead us into halftime. Oakland leading at 43-0. In the second half, it was a 28-yard field goal to make it 46-0. And then Oakland, on their last 2 scores, as they opened up the third quarter with a running clock, this run by Hainsworth.
Pizza.
3 plays.
The draw play. Hainsworth off to the races. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. End zone. Touchdown. Avery Hainsworth. His second TD of the year, and it goes for 51 yards.
Boy, once he broke that initial line of scrimmage, man, and he showed off some speed I didn't know he had. That was 52-0. Let's give a little love to Smotherman here as Oakland's final score with 3:35 to go in the game.
Pizza.
3 plays.
This time a give to Brian Smotherman, and Smotherman is in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. The senior gets the score. It's his first of the season.
Nice run and a great fake there by the quarterback, whoever it was. Made a nice fake there, get him in. They used about 4 quarterbacks during that drive. They were going for the extra point to make it 59-0, but the snap was bobbled, and they went around the end and scored to make it 60-0 on that 2-point. It wasn't a two-point conversion intended to be, but it wound up scoring 2 points. Final score 60-0. Oakland dominates Rockvale here, and that's your Sir Pizza replays. Sir Pizza.
It doesn't want to play.
I can't remember the rest of it. Sir Pizza makes love some pizza again. Okay, time for our stats. They're brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, JHA Company, Josh Houston, and Winners Trophies. We go on to do the defensive side of the ball, and we go to Rod Edwards.
Okay, visiting Rockvale. Leading in tackles were Evangelist Brooks and Torrey Patterson, who moved up during the second half, and each had 4. Demarion Thomas had 3. Melvin Boone had 3, and Dallas Paldo had a pass breakup. For Oakland, Caleb Ellison added to his total, ended up with 7 tackles. 2 for loss. He had a fumble recovery, and he broke up a pass that really was a key part in the second drive. But Rockvale had a long second drive going and prevented them from scoring, getting the ball back, and then Oakland went down and scored. Then we also had Banks had an interception and also 2 tackles. And then Colin Williams and Trayvon Jackson each had 4 tackles.
All right, offensively, Rockvale led by Romeo George. He had 14 carries, 33 yards. Elliott, 5 carries for 12 yards. Kennedy had 2 carries for 14 yards. Hodges had 4, and Reynolds had 5 yards for Rockvale. Rockvale's Elliott was 4 of 14 for 55 yards and 1 interception. First half rushing for Rockvale, 31. They had passed for 55 for a total of 86 in the first half. They rushed for 46 in the second half, but the rain and the score and the running clock, they weren't able to get anything going in the passing game. for no yards. They had 46 total yardage in the second half. Total rushing, 77 yards rushing, 55 passing, 132 total offense. For Oakland, DeJuan Morris, who didn't play a whole lot, but he had 7 carries for 59 yards. Smotherman, 4 carries and 40 yards. Was Hainsworth, 2 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown. Bass, 2 carries and 5 yards. Morris had a couple of touchdowns as well, I should have said. Millsap, 3 carries for 28 yards. Creasy was 7 of 11 for 183. Didn't attempt to pass in the second half. His favorite receivers, Tutt, big reception, and then Morris with 71. Moore had 22 yards in the air, and Griever with 5. Rushing in the first half for Oakland, 66. In the second half, they rushed for 122 for a total of 188. First half for passing for Creasy was 183. No yards passing in the second. And the total yardage for the game for Oakland, 371 yards. This is pretty consistent here, Rod. 188 rushing, 183 passing. You can't get much more consistent than that.
And we sure didn't think that would happen with the weather and all. I think that pass Tutt caught went through 4 hands, or right in front of him. That he really kept a good eye on the ball. For that long touchdown, really added to that total.
The weather didn't really seem to bother Oakland as much as it did Rockvale tonight.
Yeah, and I thought the quarterback for Rockvale looked pretty sharp, and he was on the money several times, but they were dropped early. Now, as the conditions got worse, he was not connecting then in the latter part of the game.
Okay, Rod, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
These stats have been brought to you by Fan Seating and Air, JHA Company, Josh Houston, and Winners Trophies. We turn things over to Brian, wraps it up with the scoreboard and our goodbyes for tonight.
All right. Thanks, guys, for braving the elements this evening.
Well, we didn't brave it too much, but the run to the hot dog stand was rough.
Yeah, it did get a little chancy out there at times, but
well, the hard part's ready to come.
Yes,
you got it.
Leaving is not going to be fun tonight for sure. But appreciate you guys being here tonight, and thanks everybody for listening. We're going to run down the scoreboard, and I was just gather any late scores that I might be able to find. And oh goodness, I was hoping that wouldn't be the one. Just got a brand new score in, and it is a final tonight. A final score of 12-10. Cane Ridge beats Laverne. 12-10, the final score. So that was one that was eluding us, and we have a couple of other games that are still being played, and I will give you all of the scores that we have so far. So here we go. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update. Got you that one. Cane Ridge 12, Laverne 10. It was Wayne County defeating Eagleville 14-7. Tonight. They're still playing. Friendship leads MTCS 35-0. Final score tonight, PCA a winner over the Kings Academy, and that final score was 17-14. 17-14, PCA defeating the Kings Academy. Smyrna is defeating McGavick right now 23-0. Just waiting on the final horn on that one. And the one score tonight that has been elusive has been the Blackman Siegel score, and I asked the person who I was seeing if they had an update, and not seeing anything. So we'll just have to leave you unless it's here. Hold on, let me look one more place, and if I can get all these pop-up ads to move off here. I know this is exciting for you listening in. Still playing, Blackman 21, Siegel 7, the last score that we have for you. And that one may be over by now, don't know. Well, that's a look at your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Want to thank John and Rod here, of course. Our producer tonight has been the one and only Connor Hayes. I'm Brian Barrett. Have a happy and safe weekend. Stay safe from all this wind and rain. And we'll see you back here next week for a doubleheader Thursday night, right back here at Oakland for Siegel Oakland. Then Friday night, we head to MTCS as they battle South Pittsburgh. So a doubleheader in 2 nights coming up for you next week as we wrap up the pre-fall break. Next week we'll be off after that, but 2 games next week. Hope you'll join. I'm Brian Barrett. So long from a drenched Ray Hughes Stadium at Oakland High School. Until the next time we meet, at the game.
Next, another special News Radio WGNS broadcast.
Helped create the search. We searched for 10 days, and he, in fact, did pass. And he died of dehydration in the mountains, long story. And I never did see him again. Thank you. But having the opening and knowing there was sadness there, right? And it was hurtful, but I knew that it was, you could feel that it was the right thing. It opened me. And he had a lot of health issues, and he had said to me, I would kill myself if it wasn't for the family and hurting them so bad. I'm in so much pain. And it felt like he found a way to do that without doing that. And it opened to me that thought. And so there's a clarity, there's a peace, there's a centeredness that gets you through things where before it would feel like torture and awful and exhausting. It actually feels whole and wholesome and right.
Zen, we're going to come back and take final calls with you in just a moment.
Join the Coast to Coast AM Facebook page with thousands of members. It's great for show updates and connecting with other fans. Go to facebook.com/Coast to Coast AM and click the like button.
For the tallest tower in the city with that little red light on top. FM 100.5, FM 101.9, and AM 1450. Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. 2 men wearing Halloween masks were arrested this week after reportedly breaking into Grand Adventures Comic and Games on Memorial Boulevard and stealing thousands of dollars worth of collectible game cards. Authorities say 42-year-old Philip Cloudfeller and 64-year-old Kelly Garner smashed the glass of the business front door to get inside. They then stole an estimated $8,000 worth of Magic the Gathering cards. Investigators also say Cloudfelter and Garner reportedly tried to break into the Grand Slam collectibles on Northwest Broad that same night, but failed to get inside. Police in Smyrna reportedly spotted a Honda driving erratically. They made a traffic stop and saw the masks and stolen collectible game cards sitting in plain sight inside the car. The 2 men were arrested and charged with burglary, theft, and vandalism and are being held at the Rutherford County Jail on $48,000 bonds. A Coffee County man pleads guilty to tax charges following an investigation by the Tennessee Department of Revenue's Special Investigations Section. Matthew Ossaker offered a guilty plea to 2 counts of depriving the state of its lawful revenue stemming from his fraudulent registration of 2 boats at the Coffee County Clerk's office. He was sentenced to 2 years of supervised probation and ordered to pay restitution to the Department of Revenue. A Laverne man suspected of distributing cocaine and fentanyl in South Nashville has been arrested and is now facing multiple drug-related charges. 30-year-old Joshua Hardaway of Howard Woody Drive is being held in the Davidson County Detention Center on 7 counts of drug distribution. News on demand 24/7 at our website, wgnsradio.com, or follow us on X at WGNSradio. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
Stop by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations after your Friday night football game or your Saturday soccer games. This is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants, and I'm sitting here with my son, Jack. Jack, what's your favorite food at Toots Restaurant?
It's still those chicken fingers and curly fries, Dad.
Toots. Good food and fun since 1985. Many things have changed, but one thing hasn't. Toots is still the place for good food and fun.
Good food and fun.
For 150 years, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been a part of your community,
helping generations achieve their dreams. From savings accounts to home loans, we've been there for every milestone. Come see Rick Thornton, Senior Vice President, Relationship Manager at 3427 Memorial Boulevard.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone